me though. No young John David Banner, Chris Brown. No Jay-Z or Rihanna tryna run your town. Stay in my lane, never said I wanted the crown. I never change, I'ma keep holding it down. Under like Australians, from the south side to Mauritania. Still idolizing, worshiping these puppets, dawg, that's really insane to us. No conspiracy, use your cranium, medulla. I'm blunt, got it on old goon time like Nigerians. Open it up like Sicilians. They doing C-sections on C-notes. Do your research, analyze the D quotes. Each one teach one, share with your people. That's why I had to bring back Lemon Sweets, bro. Exposing everything D-State. Already won, ain't worried about your sweet steaks. These folks still worry about record deals. Walk into Brooklyn for a cheesesteak. I'm screaming. XRP people got this Chico, you ain't pedo. Swift transactions, low on fees, friendly eco. Let me speak on why I gotta teach my people to get like me though. Whoa, Nizo. XRP people got this Chico, you ain't pedo. Swift transactions, low on fees, friendly eco. Let me speak on why I gotta teach my people to get like me though. Show these folks how to set up their wallet. Drippin', droppin', bro, no fair faucet. Take it off the exchanges and lock it. Capital One, bro, what's in your wallet? A lot of XRP, a lot of XDC, a lot of XLM. Man, best friend, look here, dog, if you wanna extend your generational wealth, you gotta spend. Nothing too expensive, dog, it's real cheap. Focus and finish, you gotta complete. Intermittent fasting, watch what you eat. Gotta stay 10 toes down on your feet. Tune out distractions, into the street. Can't be lusting on every free. Focus on family and your little seed. And don't forget, listen to Lemon Sweets. XRP people got it, Chico, you ain't pedo. Swift transactions, low on fees, friendly eco. Let me speak on why I gotta teach my people to get like me though. Whoa, Nizo. XRP people got it, Chico, you ain't pedo. Swift transactions, low on fees, friendly eco. Let me speak on why I gotta teach my people to get like me though.
Yo. What's good, y'all? Checking in. Lemi, we back. Oh, Walt, man. It's Lemi Speed Broadcast number 6. Up. You already know. What's up, man?
Your sound is a little bit distorted, but
we
here, bro. We here.
How I sound now? How I look now? Alright, for sure. Yeah, man. We back. It's week 1. We pre-gaming week 1.
Like we never left.
You already know. It's a new season, man. Euro 2024 done. You know, it's a big game tomorrow. They got the La Liga big game tomorrow. They got EPL starting on Friday. We got to shoot these links out to everybody. You already know, man. It's Let Me Speak Broadcast, providing a platform to all my people come through and speak. We got my boy Walt here. We already locked in for the whole soccer season. Whatever we want to talk about, we got it lined up. No particular time, no particular date. We just gonna pop up on y'all, and we gonna rock right on y'all, man. And it's a lot going on in the soccer world right now, man. So we gonna go ahead and kick it off. We're gonna go ahead and kick it off with that Vinicius Junior news, man. Let me go ahead and pull this up, man. We ain't wasting no time. We about to get right into it with the Vinicius Junior news. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund. Let me pull this up for y'all. Let me make sure I share the screen. Share the screen with y'all. Yeah, we got Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund and Vinicius Junior's representative have discussed an annual salary of up to 3.82 M's. 382 M's is on the table for Vinicius Junior. Real Madrid will also expect to receive Vinicius' buyout clause, which stands at $1 billion. Walter, share your thoughts, man.
Well, I mean, you know, at this point, it's so simple, you know. I mean, he's 24. All right, let's put it like this. This dude is 24 years old. 382 million M's. everything that's out there to win, per se, except for a World Cup. You know, and a Copa America though. But still, though, you know, as far as club level, he's won everything that's out there to win. 382 M's, man, that's a lot to turn down, bro. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You know, I mean, you know, that's you know, that's money in the bank. You know, shoot. But
that's generational wealth.
That's generational wealth. It is a tempting offer. It is a very lax league. It is not very competitive at all. You know, I mean, I mean, look at N'Golo Kante. There's rumors that N'Golo Kante wants out. There's rumors that Benzema wants out. You know, Benzema's making like $100 million a year over there.
So is that where Benzema ran out to? That's where he disappeared to? Because I ain't see him in a minute.
Yeah, he's in the Saudi league. You know, and he's contemplating the move because now he wants to come back. He's like, I want to get out of here. You know, the only person that's content with it, and you know, and it's obvious why, is Ronaldo, because nobody really wanted Ronaldo. Nobody was really checking for him. You know, so you know, it is what it is. You know, but if I were him, I would explore the possibilities. You know, cause
shit, Benzema, he don't even hold a spot in France team no more. Like, you still got guys like Giroud who's over there. Like,
yeah, but Giroud's out though. Giroud, this was it for Giroud. The Euros was it for Giroud.
Okay,
Giroud pretty much like supposedly coming to America, bro.
True. That was his last Euro. But educate me, bro. Is Benzema older than Giroud?
That's a very good question. I believe that the answer to that question is yes. Or they might be on the same.
Okay.
They might be the same age. I mean, you know, that's something I could tell you in like 2 seconds. You know.
All right, but based on what since I've known you and what we've seen, who do you think is like a better player though between the two? I would have thought Benzema was that guy. Like,
no, Benzema's that guy.
Yeah.
And, Giroud is actually older, about 1 year.
Oh, okay. So it's not much of an age discrimination.
No, Benzema is that dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, we really didn't get to see him well because at the point that we got to see him though, but towards the latter part of his career, if I might say. So, you know, he was overshadowed with Ronaldo. You know, Ronaldo's a ball hog. Ronaldo, you know, he ain't really shit. You know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. Saudi is not competitive, okay? Mm-hmm. If you want to be competitive, you want to be considered for your national team, you have to play in a competitive league. I can give you a list. I could give you a list of names of people that made that move and regret it, and one of them is Benzema. But Benzema's issue has always been that the coach never liked him really. So, you know, the coach is not a big fan of his. So, N'Golo Kante is N'Golo Kante. There's no way you can build a team and can't invite him. He was the best player on that French team during the Euros. You know, like hands down.
Big facts.
So, other than that, you know, he's I don't know. You know, what do you think? What do you think about this whole situation? What do you think?
Oh yeah, sorry, I was muted. I think that, man, it's intriguing what the Saudis are doing. It was some money on the table for Mohamed Kudus. I've seen what's his name, Kevin De Bruyne name been thrown in there, Vinicius Jr. And you know, I think that not only is Saudi trying to put on for their league, they're trying to make it more competitive. But I do agree, like, all across the board, that competitively, I think we might be sleeping on them, man, because I was watching the game with Ronaldo and Sadio Mane's team playing somebody. It was like a big game. They was playing like Firmino's team, and it looked pretty competitive to me. And it's like they're not scoring a lot of goals. So from a technical standpoint, yeah, it might lack, but I feel like that they're out there giving it a go. It's a lot of money, man. It's a lot of money. So I don't think you should count them out of the national team just because they're going to a different league. If they're able to keep up their form and able to play and able to play up to par for their country, I don't think you should count them out. Like then back in the day, a lot of the great players, they played with teams in their country. They played with club teams in their country and still play for their country. So I don't see why it's an issue here.
Yeah, well, so the reason why it's an issue is because it's not in Europe, and a lot of people don't get to watch the games because it's in Saudi. There's a time difference, and they're just getting to where they really need to be. They're not really where they're supposed to be. How about I put it that way? So, I mean, for example, it just recently went up from 15 teams to 18 teams. So. The thing that they have, or should I say the advantage they have over everybody else, is they got money. They got that oil money. So So what they're trying to do in this whole situation is they're trying to attract big name players to the league so they can have more sponsorship, they can get more people to watch. But yet again, I say, even though, for example, like here in the States, right, we have that time difference with the European leagues, it's still not that bad of a time difference compared to like, the Saudi Arabian leagues. Like for us, it's a 5 to 6 hour, depending on what time of the season, what time of the year, or what season it is, it's a 5 to 6 hour difference. So, for example, the games at noon, which is where the normal games started, the Premier League, they're like at 7 a.m. here. And I know me and you, as big as fans as we are, we'll wake up and watch those games, So this is your conundrum at this point. They need sponsorship, and the way of attracting sponsorship is by getting big names like Vinicius Jr. and Ronaldo. I mean, they even made an offer to Messi, too. They made a ridiculous offer to Messi.
I remember seeing that.
Yeah, but MLS countered that offer and gave this dude like rights to like when he retires to own his own team. And then Adidas then gave him the Michael Jordan type deal where any Messi apparel sold, he making money off of. So, like for example, Michael Jordan shoe, like last year, or was it the year before last? I think it was last year. Michael Jordan's still making like 80-something million a year. This dude ain't touched the ball in how long? He ain't shut a basket, he ain't laced up his boots to go do nothing, or his sneakers to go do nothing in years.
Yeah.
And that was thanks to his mama. And I want to say something about that because I'm noticing a lot of these guys that are going the routes of getting their mothers involved in their contracts is working out for them. Like one of them is Mbappe. Mbappe had his mom do this whole deal with him, and he was able to walk away from PSG. And I feel bad for PSG because he walked away and they weren't able to get anything for him.
Wow.
And it's their fault because Real Madrid approached him 2 years ago and they wanted the kid and they were willing to pay $100 million. But they were like, nah, we're not selling him. He's not going anywhere,
Can you break down this whole mom thing? Because I don't know what's going. You just bought something new to me, so I like even the first mom.
His mom pretty much told him not to make the deal. His mom was like, nah, no, we ain't doing that. Don't sign nothing. Just hold out, play your one season. You become a free agent, which he did. Contract was up, and he just did a free transfer to Real Madrid. Real Madrid ain't even had to pay shit to do the contract. All they had to do at this point was just, offer him his salary. And his salary is ridiculous. The dude's salary is $100 million. So all he did was take his salary from PSG to Real Madrid. Nothing changed. Nothing changed but the city and, of course, the country. But,
wow.
Yeah. Now, you're aware of the Michael Jordan situation, right? You're aware? Did you ever see the movie?
Oh, yeah, I did with the shoes. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, in essence, is like, moms are making stuff work for all these dudes. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a good thing to listen to your mama. They say, So nothing against the fathers, because I'm one too.
Ooh, speaking of mamas, I want to divert into I got a few music industry questions to ask you a little later on. It might not be the time, but the mamas play a role in this one, and I feel like you got a lot of insight on this one too because it's your country. But I won't forget it now that you brought up mamas. But with the Vinicius Jr.
I know where that conversation is going, and I'm gonna just say Burna Boy. But go ahead.
But we can touch on Burna Boy, but it's not even Burna Boy though. It's the OGs of the game. You'll know who I'm talking about in a second.
All right, we'll talk about that later. Just go ahead.
Yeah. So I guess in conclusion with Vinicius Jr., it's looking like politics. Politics is huge here. This also ties in with the whole, if we want to get political, the whole Muslim and English debacle that's going on right now in England. It could be a lot of hate there where it could be a tug of war. It's a tug of war, it seems. Where Saudi Arabia, they're more so along the lines of religiously Muslim, and it's a lot going on in the UK right now with the Muslim community and the Anglo-Saxon, and it's deep. It's like, and I feel like it's playing a part in the sports right now. A lot of money's being spent, a lot of distractions are being thrown out, and I just say let's stay tuned, man. This is very bullish. Muhammad Kudus, who is Muslim from Ghana, they threw a lot of money at him. It doesn't look like he's gonna go, but it's just interesting. Kevin De Bruyne, who plays for Belgium, he plays with a lot of Muslim players that are of African descent. It's just interesting to see the dynamic and the demographics behind all of it. I'm gonna try to always bring that side of the story into it. But it's dope. It's dope. What you think, bro?
Well, I'm kind of interested. So it's like interesting you brought that up because at the end of the day, someone like Kareem Benzema, he's Muslim. N'Golo Kante is Muslim too. So for them, it was like, okay, but it's that plays also into the league because like during like Ramadan and stuff like that, they have to fast, but they still got to play. So I don't know if you notice how that plays out in the Premier League. What usually happens in the Premier League is like the players that are on that are observing Ramadan, when they play later, they have to wait until I think it's the sun breaks or the sun goes down or whatever, or before they they can drink water and actually play. So sometimes they keep them off the starting lineup until the second half, or sometimes the players just go ahead and ball out, and it's so to me, I don't think the religion should be an issue, but you go to a Muslim country, there's so much you can't do. Like Vinicius is a young dude, right? He's going to be partying. He's Brazilian. If he's anything like Neymar, because Neymar's out there too in Saudi Arabia, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's been injured. So he's not even been with the team. That little joker been hanging out, balling out, spending money.
Still spending that PSG money.
Nah. He's spending that Saudi money. He's spending that Arab money.
That Arab Ron Browns money for real.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you noticed too. Jay-Z is Vinicius Jr.'s agent. So that's interesting too. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z was at the Champions League game.
That's a 10% cut. If that dude sent that $382 million deal, shit, that's $38 million in Jay-Z's pocket. It's not like he needs it, but shit, hell, it's the Rock. Let's get that money.
Man.
Give him that money. That's how I feel. Get that boy that money.
For real. Yeah, I don't think that you should chastise a player for going into different leagues. If he's talented enough to play for the national team and he's still in form, like shit, he shouldn't. You shouldn't count him out. I think that's a critical stereotype. But yeah, you know, we can move on.
But at the end of the day, let me say something real quick.
Yeah,
the time zone is the biggest effect. The coaches of these teams don't get to see the players, you know, so they can't make a determination on whether they want to keep the players on the team or not. So that's where one of the biggest issues comes in, you know. So you know, as all you're gonna have to go off of is the stats, or somebody take the game for you and you get a recording and then you get to watch it. But besides that, you know, for me, I think those players feel like it's a league where they go to die, just like the MLS. I'm sorry, I ain't got no beef with MLS, but I mean, unless you're a standout player in the MLS, you know, like let's check out the United States team, for example, right? About 70% of the boys on that team, they play in Europe now, you know. So you know, and that wasn't the case before. Before, the team was built all on the MLS, you know. But now you got all these young cats in Europe. If you're an MLS player that's badass, you're getting sent to Europe, you know. So it's one of them situations, man. You know, I just feel like, you know, I feel like it should be given a chance, but I also feel like, you know, stop sending all that money, bruh. You know, they spending too much money, just like you know who. You know, but it is what it is.
Right, speaking of money and who's spending and who's doing what, man. Chelsea. We wasting no time. I just had to post. I don't know where. I don't know where the heck it at. Yeah, we about to go there.
My boys are doing the most, man. They doing the most, my brother. They just doing the most. You know, I don't know, man. I can't call it, man. They doing the most. I mean, they're not doing what they supposed to be doing, you know. So it's like they doing the most. It's unfortunate, but they doing too.
Where you want to start first? Preseason? You want to start preseason, or you want to start with the moves that's being made? Cole Palmer just signed a deal. It's new deal valid till June 2033.
Yeah, a 2-year extension.
You know that was a given. That was a given. 9 more years at the club and salary rise for Palmer after excellent season.
Yeah, Cole Palmer's still making, like, you know, he ain't making like the money, but he making some money, you know. So, you know, Cole Palmer he's making some money, you know. What's his face? Todd Bowley and, you know, the whole group here running this thing, they got me confused, you know, because I'm happy that we are buying players, but it doesn't seem like the coaches have a say in what players they buy, which I'm starting to realize that they don't. And that's a problem for me. Because if I'm the coach of the team, for example, you hit me up, say, hey, I want to bring Vinicius to the team. I want to bring Vinicius Jr. to the team. Granted, Vinicius is a big player, right? Yeah. But if he doesn't fit my system as the coach, you set me up for failure. Because I'm gonna tell you straight up, I'm like, yo, bruh, that's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? So like, can we go get who I want? You know, but it seems like the coaches have no say so. Because I'll give you the best example I can give you is like, you know, the Conor Gallagher deal. You know, it's like oh well, hold on, let me see something. Hold on. Oh shit! Well, it seems like the Conor Gallagher deal is on a standstill. And
they said he's coming. They said he's coming back to Chelsea.
Yeah, this is on a standstill. So it's like, like I said, it's just the things they do, and they just keep surprising me all the time. Because Chelsea wanted to get this kid named Samu Omorodion. He's has a Nigerian name, but I think he's Spanish or whatever, because he never played for Nigeria, or maybe something like that. But anyway, he was supposed to come, but that deal fell through, and apparently they just signed Alvarez for Man City, and that was a crazy deal too, because they gave him $75 million, right, plus 20 in add-ons. So that's a $95 million deal right there. So that's crazy. And to me, that's a dumb move, because Alvarez is Alvarez. He's a decent player. But if you watched him when he played for Man City and watched him when he played for Argentina, Haaland was better. And to be honest with you, I don't think Man City paid that much money for Haaland. And Martinez is better. Because Martinez came off your bench during the Copa, and he was the one that handled that team. He handled the scoring. Without Martinez, they don't win that competition. So, it's confusing to me how all these teams are willing to spend all this money on unproven talent. So like if I was a team owner right now, I'm going after all the dudes that play for Spain, and maybe the dudes that play for Argentina, because all them boys that play for Spain, they're hot right now. You heard about the Danny Olmo.
Liverpool chased someone.
Say that again.
Nah, Liverpool chasing on one of them players too. I can't really pronounce his name, but I think it's one of their midfielders. But I have to tap into it so I can see his name. But we're not really getting any traction with him. Zubimendi or something like that.
Oh, Zubimendi.
Yeah, Zubimendi.
Yeah, Zubimendi. Yeah, he's a decent midfielder. Nico Williams is the talk. Chelsea wanted to get Nico Williams, but I keep telling my people don't seem to understand what's going on. They keep saying, "Oh yeah, Chelsea don't want to spend the money." That's not the issue. The issue Chelsea had is they don't want to pay the salary. The salary is too high, because he's a kid. You feel me? And he's gonna be making Raheem Sterling type money. So, and to be honest with you, I think Sterling might even be on his way out the door. Let me be real with you on that one, because we just signed Pedro Neto, which surprised the heck out of all of us, because he was on nobody's radar. But he's a player that I appreciate. I like him. So he's badass. He plays for Portugal, and he was at Wolverhampton. So I'm glad that we did make that move. So it's just like I don't know. Yeah, it's one of them things.
One Chelsea topic at a time, bro. So Chelsea requests Conor Gallagher to return to London on Tuesday. Set to book flight. Chelsea see all deals as separate. João Felix too. Offered to Chelsea on Sunday. Door remains open for Gallagher to join Athletic after medical done, up to all parties involved. How do you feel about Conor Gallagher and the prospect of him coming back to Chelsea? Let's talk Conor Gallagher, and then we're gonna go one Chelsea topic at a time, because they got this whole thing lit up right now. They got Fabrizio's thing lit up. I'm trying to keep up.
So Gallagher is proper Chelsea, baby. That's proper Chelsea. This dude, if you cut off his veins right now, I'm telling you, his blood is blue. This is my dog. This is what you call a scrappy, hard-working player, okay? Not one of those that's gifted with so much talent and all that stuff. This is a dude that's going to bleed for you on the field, right? And I'm so upset about the whole move, but at the same time, it's a business. You know what I mean? And we have so many good players from Chelsea. You know that. I can name them. Mohamed Salah, Kevin De Bruyne. I can keep going. Solanke that just joined Tottenham Hotspurs. He's Chelsea. He's proper Chelsea. Hudson-Odoi. You know, these are proper Chelsea. These are people that have been playing for Chelsea since they were like 8, 9, 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like they're in their 20s now. Like, you know, like early 20s. Yeah. These guys been playing for Chelsea since they were toddlers and kids. When they know nothing else but Chelsea. You know?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Chalobah, that's another one. And it's up in the air. Nobody's saying anything about his ass. Because they trying to move him. And I get it. You know, all the financial restraints, and if you bring in this person, you got to take out that person. And Gallagher coming back means the deal didn't happen. I'm not mad about that. But we got too many fucking players. We got too many players. Like, Chelsea have enough players to have 3 rosters.
They say Chelsea got the most first-team players.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
We do.
Yeah.
So, as a coach, you're just putting me in shit. You're giving me all these players, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with this place. I'm not running a football team. I'm running a soccer team.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
What I'm saying? You give me 53 players on a football team, I'm good with that shit. I got enough talent to go around. But then you're giving me players that all play the same positions. You know, like we have like I think Chelsea has like 8 or 9 goalkeepers. You know. And then we got this one knucklehead that I don't like to mention his name, but Lukaku, he's still on our books. and Antonio Conte wants him in Napoli, because Antonio's the new coach at Napoli. He used to be Chelsea's coach. He wants Lukaku in Napoli, but the problem with that deal is we want Victor Osimhen. And we were trying to do a loan deal for Osimhen, but Osimhen is like, nah, I don't want to go on loan. If you're gonna sign me, sign me. But we don't want to pay that release clause. What we're trying to do is like, okay, here's Lukaku, right? We want 38 mil for Lukaku. How much do you want for Victor? Oh, let's say we want 85. Let's say we want 100 for Victor. Bet. Here's 70 for Victor. The other, we worked out the difference between, you know, Lukaku and him. You don't have to give you shit. All we got to do is give you 70, because that's part of the deal. But the problem that we're having, right, is the wages. That's the problem Chelsea's having. Everybody keeps thinking like, oh, Chelsea's run out of money. Nah. The problem that we're having is the wages of these guys. Because they can't leave their team and come here and make less. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're offering, and that's because we've signed too many players. So our salary cap, because of financial fair play, we're tethering on that salary cap. So we have to move players to make room for that salary cap. You know, and that's the issue. So the issue is, we don't have room in our salary cap. We would love to sign all these players, bro. Like, we would love to.
Yeah.
But, like, for example, like I said, I brought up Nico Williams earlier. Nico Williams is making, Nico Williams wants to make, like, Sterling type money. And I'm sorry, the only person that makes Sterling type money on Chelsea's team is Sterling. Nobody else making Sterling type money. I don't think.
How do you feel about
Sterling type?
How do you feel about Maresca saying that Nico Williams is his number 9? I seen that. Did you see that news? He said Nico Williams is his number 9. All right, hold on. I gotta find it, because I don't want to be putting out no false narratives out here. But how would you feel about that prospect?
Nico Williams don't even play in the 9. Nico Williams plays like the 11
striker.
7. I think it's the 11. Yeah, Nico Williams can't be a striker. You know, he's a winger. So I don't know what Maresca is talking about. I'm not even sold on him neither.
That's what I was gonna ask you too. Like, how do you feel for Maresca coming into this wild situation? Like, it's wild. Like, have you ever seen a manager come into a situation like it's like a whole hurricane he walked into?
Well, shit, Pochettino walked into the same thing too.
Right.
And that's why he left. Everybody keeps saying he got fired. He got fired. Nah. Bra man was like, look, bro, I don't have the control I need. I can't pick my own players. You know, you feel me? You guys pick the players. I can't build my own team. I want certain players. But you guys got a shitload of players here that don't even need to be here. Okay? Like, and then we keep like, so their solution to the problem is they keep loaning out players. And the way they're thinking, I see where their head is at, because now they own a French team too. I don't know if you know that. So the team, there's a team in the I think they are in Liga. It's Strasbourg. Chelsea management, you know, whatever they call themselves these days, they own that team. So what they've been doing is they've been signing players and funneling them to that team on loan, which is a way of them like building that team over there. And a lot of people do it because, like, for example, Girona, they're owned by Man City. Man City has an affiliate here in America. The New York, they have a New York affiliate here. They funnel players there too. So it's done. The Red Bulls, the Leipzig Red Bulls, they have another team in I keep forgetting one other country, but they have another Red Bull team somewhere. So they funnel players between those two teams too. But the thing about it is, like, some of these guys don't want to go play in France. You know, some of these guys want to play in the Premier League. You brought me here because I want to play in the Premier League, but you're shipping me out. And they are making these decisions without the coach. So that's the part that's like, and they keep signing players. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You know, I love the fact that you guys have money to sign all these players. It's wonderful and it's great news. But why? Why are you signing players that we don't need? Our midfield, for example.
The season starts in less than a week.
Yeah, but they're still in the market. I mean, granted, the market doesn't close. I believe it's like somewhere in September is when the market closes. So granted that situation, but come on, dude, they're doing a little too much. You know, it's like you're spending too much money on stuff, and it's like, I don't know. It's just too much. It's too much. It's like so the window. I mean, I'm trying to figure out when the window closes, because at this point it's like they're doing too much. They need to focus on what the coach wants, but they're not doing that. They're going after players that he doesn't want. So that's the problem I'm having with them. You know. Yeah.
All right, so I made a mistake. I made a.
So go ahead.
I had made a mistake about Nico Williams. I'm talking about Nicholas Jackson. He said Nicholas Jackson is like. He said, I see Nicholas Jackson as a striker. That's what he said, as a striker. I said Nico Williams. I got the names mixed up. So yeah, my bad about that.
That's okay.
That's what Maresca said. Let me I'm about to pull it up. I'm about to pull it up for you too, because I ain't here to. I don't want to share no false narratives. Down here it says Jackson is a striker. Nico, hold on. In terms of position, I see Nicholas as a striker. Maresca asked some questions on Nicholas Jackson, his fitness right now, and what he sees in the lineups. He said sees him as a striker, but does mention. Wait, what does it say? But does mention that he can play the wings if it is a must. In terms of position, I see Nico Jackson as a 9. If we need him for some games as winger, so be it, but I view him as a striker. So it looks like Nicholas Jackson is going to be you guys' striker this season. With Raheem Sterling.
Do you have
because with the Gallagher thing.
I was gonna ask you a side question. Do you have the
Go ahead.
button up do you have the subscribe button up on our page? I got people hitting me up in the chat talking about you can't subscribe to our page.
Oh shit! On the what, on YouTube? Yeah, it should be. If you in YouTube, you should be able to get in.
Yeah, they're trying to.
Yeah, they should be able to get in. I don't know what's up with that. Damn. Hell yeah! I don't know what that's about. It's supposed to be there.
Okay.
I'm scrambling now. Hold on. Alright. And the thing talking. Yeah, just tell them the subscribe button should be there. It should be there. I don't know why they wouldn't be able to see it.
Gotcha.
Cause I got some of my subscribers. They've been in here. They actually been in here commenting. I just haven't even been able to see it.
Okay.
Try to if anything, just try to resend them the link. I didn't even get to send out all my links like the way I wanted to. But just veering off of Chelsea for a hot second. Carvalho on Liverpool. Liverpool had a strong preseason, and Liverpool sent Carvalho off to Brentford.
What they sold?
Have you?
I'm just.
I think that they sold him. I don't think it was a loan. They sold him for like 20 M. Yeah, let me pull it up.
It's all about that fair play, that financial fair play. That it comes down to that. That's what I'm saying about that that wage structure that they have in the Premier League. It's tough, man. It's tough. It's real tough.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't just they have to make room for all these players, man. That's what it boils down to.
Facts.
It boils down to that. They have to make room for all these players. So that's the issue that a lot of these teams are having. It's like they got the players.
Yeah, and that's what Slot said. Mm-hmm.
They got them.
There it is. Fabio Carvalho has completed a permanent transfer to Brentford. Everyone at the Reds would like to wish Fabio very best of luck for the future. So I'm kind of pissed about that because like the preseason he's like he was a big part of our like successful preseason, like scoring, dishing. I guess that was his audition to go somewhere else. Slot never had him in mind, but yeah, man, I'm kind of disappointed.
Let's be real. Some of those decisions are not made by the coaches, man.
Yeah.
Some of those decisions are not made by the coaches. So it becomes hard, like I said, for them to do their job. Like if I was the one coaching any of these teams, like you give me these players, I walk in, I have all these players, right? My thing first of all would be, hey, why and if are you trying to get rid of these players? Like, who am I really able to touch? And see, one of the things that Chelsea did to Maresca is they made sure that he didn't get to see Gallagher at all. Because if he sees Gallagher play, he's seen his videos or whatever, but he hasn't seen him in person. If Gallagher was to come play for him in person, he's gonna want to keep him. Because that boy's got heart. I'll take heart any day over skills. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'll take heart because
I got a question. I got a question for you.
Shoot.
I got a question for you. Last season you wasn't always this strong on Gallagher. Am I wrong, or was it just part of the frustration you was having with the team?
Okay, I wasn't that strong on him because I was just frustrated with the team, you know. But
Okay.
He's scrappy.
Looking at the picture, yeah.
Yeah, he's scrappy. You know, he has heart. You know, and it turns out that he held the team together a lot. You know, and a lot of players really appreciated him. His teammates really appreciate him. And as much as I said about him, you know, he had his moments. You know, he had his good days, he had his bad days, but he just never gave up. He just never gave up, and that was one of the things that really impressed me with him. You know, so
yeah, I agree. You know, and I don't want to go back to any particular games, but even if you look at him for England, and you know, he's a scrapper. He's not going to bring the skill. He's not going to bring the pizzazz, but he's going to bring that energy and that effort and that extra. You know, he's gonna try to get a rebound. He's like one of them guys if a goalie makes a save, he's gonna come and try to get a rebound, and he gonna make that tackle. He gonna do his thing. So I can attest to that. I'm not surprised this happened just now. Like, this is like one of them. Like, I'm coming back where I belong type of situation. Like, I don't see him with no other team really. He's like one of them boys. He's like one of them London boys that belong at Chelsea and on nowhere else. Like one of those career guys, and hopefully he can flourish and grow, and you know, continue to do those things that you say he did, like keep the team together. You know what I'm saying? With Raheem Sterling now, like
I don't mind saying bye to Sterling, bro.
Man, I feel bad for him, bro. I feel bad for him, like, but you know, he's getting paid a lot of money. He's not really producing.
And he's a liability on defense. You know?
Yeah.
Someone said to me, like, well, a lot of your offense comes from Raheem Sterling. I'm like, during the preseason, yeah, it did, because Gallagher wasn't on the field. You know. So, not Gallagher. Palmer wasn't on the field. Nico Jackson wasn't on the field because Nico's been injured. You know, but at the end of the day, he's a liability on defense. He doesn't track back. You know, I don't mind seeing him leave. Another player I don't mind seeing leave, honestly, even though I love him, I love his play, is Madueke. He needs to mature. He's not mature. You know, he keeps making all these mistakes. He's too selfish, and he gets riled up too easily. Like he gets all into his feelings.
He extra. He extra.
He's extra. And you can see from his body language. He's always complaining. He's always like, "Man, I'm right here. Pass me the ball." You know what I'm saying? But like when we give you the ball, you can't go there wild and crazy shots. But when he's on point, he's on point.
Right.
And okay, I'll give you another player. Modric. Oh God, I love this player. I just wish he would learn how to slow down. Like when he gets into that final third, slow down. Because dude, that guy on the run with the ball, nobody's catching him.
Yeah.
You know, and the way Maresca's got the team set up, from what I've seen, from the games that I've watched, because what he likes to do is he likes to play from the back and have the team suck in the other team's offense and defense, you know. But he's also playing such a high line with our defense. Like, our defense they're playing in the other team's half. So I'm like, why are you guys past the halfway line? You know, but that same philosophy, when he uses that, it sucks the other team as well, and their defense is almost past that line. And that's perfect for Modric to get the ball. Because when he gets that ball on the run, bro, that guy cannot be stopped. The problem is that's finishing, and he needs to learn how to slow the fuck down, bro. You know, it's just like coming to a stop sign. When you come into a stop sign,
so that's that's exactly how Liverpool is playing. Liverpool plays like let me show you something right here. If I'm listening to you correctly, is Chelsea playing this same way right here? Hold on. Dang, I got to pull it up. Sorry.
It's a great ball, by the way. Yeah. Listen.
Yeah, right there. Play from the back. Chelsea's doing that right there. Yeah.
It's a great ball, by the way. Yeah. Listen.
Up to Jota.
That's it. That's what we're
Jota with
doing.
a great through ball.
That's exactly what we're doing.
Real chance. 1v1. He squares it for Diaz. Number 3.
Yes.
To Diaz.
That's how Chelsea's playing, right? I think that's the new wave. That's the new wave, bro. Like that's all Liverpool's been doing. That's all Liverpool's been doing. Like this preseason, it's been killing people. And Slot has been saying like, yo, I just need all A-type players. So when I see somebody like Carvalho leave, but I heard what Slot says, it's like, damn, it's bittersweet. It's like he's so young, and him and some of the other players are getting off good. So with Mudryk now, Madueke had this. So hold on, we got a comment from Kofi. Shout out to Kofi.
Yeah,
hold on, I want to send a shout out to all our.
Kofi's right though. Kofi's very.
I want to send a shout out to all. Yeah. My bad, bro. My bad. Do your thing.
No. Kofi's right.
So
childish.
I don't know if you've seen the highlights of Chelsea's last preseason game. Madueke was in pure. He was showing his ass, and Mudryk. So yeah, it's those things that you speak on. How you feel about that defender that's scoring those goals for y'all? I like that defender, that new defender. Is he a new guy like who scored that goal for you guys?
Ugochukwu. Ugochukwu is a French player, and he came in last year. He's not new. He came last year during the summer transfer window. He's one of those players that we don't need, because I'm thinking in my head that they got him because Lavia was injured, but Lavia is back now, so I see him going on loan somewhere, maybe to Strasbourg in France because he's French, so they might send him to France. But he's decent. I like him. He's scrappy. But you've got Lavia, you've got Caicedo, you've got Ugochukwu. Those three guys, they kind of play like the same position, Then you've got Enzo, you've got Chukwuemeka. The midfield is just bundled up, And now we still got Gallagher too, So
who's Lavia, bro? Who's Lavia?
You don't know Lavia? We got Lavia.
Hey, who's Lavia, man? Because I'm seeing retarded posts on.
Oh, Lavia is.
I don't know him, bro.
No, that kid is nice. Like his passes. Oh my goodness, that kid is nice. To be honest with you, if not that I'm paying Enzo so much money, or I paid so much money for Enzo, Lavia's on my field all day. Fuck Enzo. I paid too much money for Enzo. My midfield will be Caicedo and Enzo. For real, I'll run the pivot with those two. Because because Caicedo is more.
Do you think that? Do you think? Do you think Enzo is messing up team chemistry with the stuff that happened at Copa?
Yeah, I try to stay away from shit like that because at the end of the day,
I'm coming with all of it.
I mean, at the end of the day, everybody has a song that they sing that might be racially motivated somehow, some way. At the end of the day, they might say some dumb shit anyway. But in the heat of celebration, you're gonna do some dumb shit. And he's a kid. You know what I'm saying? Did he know what he did was wrong? Eventually, he probably realized it was wrong. But they were celebrating, and he turned on the video. Dumbass. Turn off the.
Was he deserving of the captain's armband?
Fuck no, he wasn't deserving of that shit. Could have given that shit to the goalkeeper. They could have given that shit to anybody else. You know, he don't deserve this shit. He's a fucking idiot. You know? So, it is what it is.
I feel that. Yeah, man. But so the reason, man, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm just hearing about Lavia, and I'm seeing his name because of outlandish remarks saying that from people. They probably trolling. They saying he's better than Manu. So I'm like, huh? That like, where is he from? Where is he? Is he French or is he in English?
That's a good question. I'm not exactly sure where he's from. You know, that is a very, very good question. You know,
all right, cool.
You know, I can find out though. That's a very, very good question.
For sure. Shout out to Kofi. Shout out to Kimu. My bad. You did your thing. Shout out to Crypto Tail. Shout out to Yosef. Oh, he's from. Okay.
He's Belgian. Yeah, he's Belgian.
Did you see him in the Euro? I didn't see him in the Euro.
Nah, he was injured. He was injured all of last season. So this is like his comeback. He played one game maybe for Chelsea last year. You know, but we got him from Southampton, and yeah, he's the truth. He's the truth.
Gotcha.
He's a beast. You know. So yeah, so he didn't play because he was injured. Yeah, thank you, Kofi. Kofi's up to date with everything too. You know? So he's a great player. I mean, I like the prospects with him. I think he would be a good general in the midfield.
Yeah, Kofi on point. So Chelsea might be smoke screening everybody. You want to talk about these fixtures coming up this week?
Look at my hair. I'm losing my hair because of these motherfuckers. Okay, I keep my hairs. I'm losing this shit because of these niggas, man. I'm tired, man. I'm tired.
Hey, I voluntarily chose to lose my hair.
Yeah, I saw that, man. I saw that. We're gonna have to have a discussion, sir. You know.
Nah, but I'm going it back, bro. I want a full hair dreadlocks. I'm going it back, bro. But yeah, man.
It was shocked to me when I saw the intro video. I'm like, did this nigga chop all his hair off? I'm like, what were you thinking, bro? But yeah, it looks good on you.
Appreciate it.
See, look at what he says. See, look at what Kofi said right there. He's concerned about how Enzo is gonna use our midfield. I guess he's talking about Maresca at this point. The midfield is packed. That's what I was just saying. The midfield is just clogged the fuck up. You know, there's just too many dudes, man. You know. So yeah, he cut his hair, Kofi. I mean, yeah.
So
can you?
So from what I heard about Maresca, yeah, man, there it is. But I'm growing it back. I just wanted a full hair dreadlocks. I wanted to refresh, do something for my wife's birthday, but I'm growing it all back. It's all good. I grew it for 10 years. It was 10 years to grow. 10 years. It's been 10 years since I've been growing my hair. I'm growing it back though.
Yeah, he's growing it back. That's cool.
Oh, Jesse liked it. Yeah. He liked it. I'm still his daddy.
Oh yeah, that ain't never gonna change. Hair or no hair.
Yeah, he still fuck with me. So it's all good.
So.
But yeah, man, let's go ahead.
Let's get away from Chelsea. I'm done with Chelsea. I love my guys, but I'm done with them. They, you know. Oh yeah, did you see that? They signed De Ligt and Mazwari from Bayern. That's official. They need help in defense.
Oh,
I think.
Who signed Fuku? Somebody signed Fuku, bro.
I think it was West Ham.
West Ham. Yo, West Ham is loading up. They got West Ham got that other boy too.
Let me say something about what West Ham is doing. West Ham is making moves that the coach wants. So it's the same way with Man City. Man City only makes moves that the coach wants, not what the owners want. So this is my problem with Chelsea. You know, and if you remember about Ten Hag. What did I say about Ten Hag? I said this motherfucker was out the door, right? But what Man U did was Man U brought in a new. I won't say a new owner necessarily, but he's like the controlling guy now, and he's like, okay, I couldn't find anybody else to do whatever I need to do. You know, I like Ten Hag. Let's give him the tools to make it work. So they're giving him stuff that he wants. You feel me? And I feel like Chelsea's not doing that. Chelsea's like, look, Maresca, this is what you have. Make the best of what you have. I get that. But at the same time, for example, like me and you are doing this podcast now. And I'm like, yo, B, I need somebody else to join us. And you're like, okay, let's talk about it. Let's meet them. Let's see what it is. Let's say what I. And you're like, oh, I like them. It's good. And then let's say tomorrow you wake up and like you just bring somebody in without telling me or like talking to me. I'm like, bro, I can't work with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the coaches are having to deal with. And it's sad. It's sad for me. I feel like as a coach. Because if my job is dependent on my performance, obviously, I should have a say-so in what tools I have or what I put together to make my job work. So I'm like, whatever, man. That's why they can't hire anybody. Because for me, I would have gone and got Xavi as the coach. But then Xavi would have wanted something, and they would have been like, no, we're gonna do it this way. That's one of the reasons why Tuchel left too. So you had Tuchel leave. Yeah. You brought in a puppet, which was the other guy from Brighton. What's his name again? I keep forgetting his name. The guy we brought in from Brighton. You know, I forgot his name too. Yeah, but he was a puppet. Yeah. You know. And then you brought in Lampard interim. And Lampard saw all the problems, and Lampard exposed all of the problems. He had a hard-hitting interview where he exposed a lot of the problems, you know. And Maresca only took the job because it's a step up from Leicester City to Man United, you know. And let me be honest with you. What I saw what he did with Leicester City, and when we played them last year, dude, they were technically sound. They were so sound. And granted, yes, he might not have picked the players, but they were technically sound. And they were willing to do whatever it took to make it work. So, I don't know. I'm a little disappointed in how things.
So let's move on from Chelsea. Tomorrow's a game between Real Madrid and Atalanta. I know it's still early. Is there anything to expect from that game? Atalanta, that's the game between the champions of the Europa League and the Champions League, right? Or is that a Spanish type of game? No, it's not that.
It is. It's a Super Cup. It's a Super Cup.
Okay.
So the winner of the Champions League and the winner of the Europa League. Yeah, nothing to expect. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be competitive if you want to say that, because it's you talking about Italian league and Spanish league going against each other. It's going to be competitive. I mean, I don't know if you saw what happened to Barcelona yesterday, or was it Sunday? They lost 3-0 to Monaco. I'm like, how did that happen? But,
nah, I missed that.
I didn't watch it either. I was watching the update, and I saw that. So it is what it is at this point. I am completely disappointed in the loss, but at the same time, it's a preseason game, you know. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
So let's get down to the net grit, man. We got the lineups for this weekend. Chelsea right out the gate, Man City. We got West Ham, Aston Villa, Brentford, Crystal Palace is gonna be rock.
That's a loss.
That Man City.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and mark that down. Go ahead and mark that down as an L.
Yeah, just put an L on that one for us because the team's not ready yet. We're not ready.
Well. So what do you expect from the team? Like clear cut, realistic expectations for Chelsea this year. What you say Chelsea's not ready yet. When do you think Chelsea will be ready this season?
So one of the issues I had was, the summer was busy. You had the Europa, you had the Euros, you had the Copa America, you had the Olympics. So the summer was busy. There were all kinds of soccer tournaments going on all over the place. So, and then Maresca didn't even get into office until July 1st or something like that. Because of all the rules and regulations of all this shit. So I'm not giving up Kofi. No, I'm not giving up Kofi. I'm saying it's just going to take some time for them to gel. And Man City off the bat is not going to work because we're going to lose that game because it is a new system that we're playing. Some of the players have admitted that Pochettino didn't have a system. Okay, and I don't blame him. He didn't have the players that he wanted, so he can put a system in, and that's why he walked away. He pretty much walked away before he got fired. He's like, "Look, I'm out. It was nice. Thank you for the opportunity, but you guys are controlling this shit. I don't want to be part of it." So he walked out. So right off the gate, that's a loss. What else is on the schedule? Because I really haven't looked at that schedule.
We got some other intriguing games that I see is I see that West Ham, Aston Villa. I see Liverpool and Ipswich Town. So I think Ipswich Town is the team out of regulation.
Yeah, they just got promoted.
Arsenal and Wolves. Yeah. Arsenal and Wolves. Everton.
What did you say? I'm sorry. Did you say West Ham and Aston Villa?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good one, sir.
That's gonna be a good game.
That's gonna be a good game, sir.
Yeah, that's gonna be one of them ones.
West Ham has a new
Manchester United and Fulham.
That's gonna be a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be a good one too.
Yeah, because Fulham got some good players. And man, they actually played a notable game last year where Fulham beat them. So I know that Manchester United will be pretty ready to play that game.
Yes, sir.
Southampton and Newcastle.
Yeah.
Brentford, Crystal Palace.
That's gonna be a good one.
Brentford.
Mateta has been balling. He balled out of the Olympics. That guy looks. He looks good. Mateta looks good. All right, Kofi. We'll see you in a minute. Mateta looks good.
They won the goal. Did France win goal?
That went to Spain, sir.
Oh, Spain.
I'm telling you, man.
I wasn't really looking.
I wasn't really keeping up with it either, but I've been saying it. I have like a group of my friends on WhatsApp. We have this group, we're mostly Chelsea and Arsenal fans. And during the Euros, before the Euros started, I picked Germany because Germany is the host, right? And I'm going back to this because, I'm one of those people, like, when I watch a game, I don't just watch for the entertainment. I watch to see who's making moves, what the balance of the team is, and all that good stuff. And while I was watching, I watched the Spain game. And when I watched the Spanish team, I was like, oh, that might be a winner right there for the competition because the fluidity of that team, the understanding, bruh, it's unmatched. You know, so because this group of guys that I'm with, they're all like Premier League fans and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So everyone's like, oh, it's coming back home. It's coming back home to England. And I'm like, come on, man. Come on, people. Don't speak because of your heart. And I attribute the same thing when it comes to politics. Like when people want to vote along party lines. Oh, I'm a Democrat. I'm voting Democrat. Oh, I'm a Republican. I'm voting Republican. Yeah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit to me. You know what I'm saying? Vote on the best candidate. They're not going to be. You don't have to vote because he's a Republican. Vote on the best candidate. So yeah. So they supported the English team. They love the English team. I love the English team. If my heart was picking, I would pick the English team. But when I saw what Spain was putting down,
what for the Euro?
Euros. I'm talking about the Euros. I'm talking about the Olympics. You know, I saw what Spain was putting down, and I'm like, okay, these guys are the team to beat. And they got a chokehold on this bad boy. They got a chokehold on them. The next World Cup is going to be crazy. Thinking about a more mature Yamin Lamal. Think about Lamine Yamal, more mature. Think about a Nico Williams, more mature. Think about a Danny Olmo, more mature. Think about a Zubimendi, more mature. Now, think about this. They didn't have Pedri or Gavi, really. They had Pedri for a little bit, but he got injured. They didn't have Gavi. Beast mode. These guys will kill it. So
Cucurella?
Oh, Cucurella, Cucurella's Cucurella. He ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So I say this. They're gonna be the team to beat. But Mateta, let's go back to that Crystal Palace game. Mateta is on a tear, okay? He is he's on a tear. And if he takes that attitude into the Crystal Palace team with Eze supporting him, now he doesn't have Elise anymore because Elise went to Bayern Munich. So you know.
Right.
Chelsea wanted to get him, but it came, like I said, it always comes down to salary. Everybody's like, Chelsea don't want to spend money. It's not that. It's salary and the FFP rules. The financial fair play rules. They are fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Because of all the players that Chelsea signed.
So I got a question about the Olympic players. The Olympic players, are these like kind of like your second team or third team of the national team, or your throwaways? Like what does the Olympic teams consist of?
So the Olympic team consists of I think it's under 21. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's 21 and under with 3 or 4 senior players. So you're allowed 3 or 4 senior players on the team.
Okay.
But I think that they all have to be under 21. And I believe that's on the men's side. On the female side, I'm not sure. You know.
Yeah, man. Spain is formidable, man. That's like I seen them when it started too. Like I think all of us were emotionally, for whatever reason, we're emotionally attached to England because of the makeup of their team. But their manager is stupid. They're so dumb. Like the makeup of their team is like, man, we want them to win. Like they got all the great players. Like on paper, they're the great. Like they're the greatest, but their management is stupid.
So it's under 23.
Under 23. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And there are no age restrictions on the women's side.
Okay, got you. So who won the women's gold?
And it's 3 older players. Like I said, 3 older players.
Okay, that's what's up.
The women was won by USA, baby. USA.
Oh, well, okay. Shout out to the US of A. You know they be running. They've been running the women's for a minute. They but you know,
and yeah, but they haven't won in a minute though. And they
haven't won in a minute. Yeah. Me and him?
Their coach is? No, they picked Coach Hayes. Coach Hayes was the former Chelsea female coach.
Oh, okay.
She left Chelsea and became the she left Chelsea after the season and became the US coach. And this was her first tournament. And she got gold. Emma Hayes. She a badass. I wish she could go.
Wow.
Team. Yeah. Oh no, she's a winner. She's a winner. The woman's a winner, you know.
She go that hard.
Yeah. Shout out to Emma Hayes and the US female soccer team. And because all the girls that she has, they're all young too. Like all them older players, you know, she's like, I appreciate y'all, but I want to mold my team. And this is I keep going back to that point of the players I want, you know, versus the players you want to give me. So shout out to Emma Hayes. I think she made a good move too. And I'm gonna shout out to I'm also shout out to Thierry Henry. They gave it a shot. Thierry Henry might be the next U.S. men's coach too, by the way. Wink, wink.
What? Seriously?
There's a couple of people on the board, and Thierry is one of them. I think he will be perfect for that.
Wow. That'll be fire, actually.
I think that would be a good move for them. You know,
like would you say it would be a good move as far as like scouting and bringing in a different type of look for US and like that look that we wanted, that look that we want? Are you going there with it?
Scouting, willingness to come play for the team, discipline, tutelage. You're learning from a legend. Thierry Henry. I mean, come on. If Henry says, I need you to jump, you're going to be like, how high, boss? You feel me? Because he's been there, done that.
How high and off of what cliff?
For real. Like, no BS.
Facts.
You know?
Facts. I like that. Yeah. Because at this point, if US don't make it to a US World Cup, then it's about to get ugly out here.
Well, it's not like they can't make it to the World Cup. They're one of the hosts, so automatically Mexico, Canada, and US are in. They're in, so because they're the hosts.
Oh, so automatically.
They're in. Yeah, automatically.
Okay, got you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So they don't have to play any qualifiers. So they're in. But they have to show up though. They got to show up.
Yeah, that part.
It's in our backyard. For me, the only team I'm looking forward to see right now, as I'm talking to you, the only team I'm looking forward to seeing right now is Spain. I'm not looking forward to seeing anybody else with Spain. I might be looking forward to see England though, but I want to see what direction they go with the coaching. And your boy is actually on the list, Jurgen Klopp. He's on the list of possible coaches for England, so you know. And I think don't quote me on this, but if that happens, that'll be the best move for them because they've been trying to hire Englishmen. They always want to put it. You know, the English are funny. They always want to put an Englishman. They always want to promote their English players. You know, they do that in the league too. They want to hype up the English players. You know what I'm saying? But I think going with a club.
Awesome. That's.
And, you know, there's a couple of names that's floating around there.
Man, that's crazy.
You know, and this will give Klopp some time to take, you know, he's going to take some time off. Put an interim coach in there right now because, you know, have serious competitions coming up. You know, you just have, like, friendlies coming up. You have other things coming up. You know, you don't have anything serious. So, let's just put an interim coach there. Let him just, you know, coach while you decide who you want to hire, you know. But at the end of the day, my money's on Klopp. I like Klopp. I think he's a great coach. I think he's a player's coach. I think he's earned the respect of any player in the English Premier League, past and present, you know.
In the world.
I think he can bring some structure to that team. You know.
So,
I'm looking forward to that.
I second that. Do you going back to the discussion we had earlier as far as like management taking control of teams from the manager, don't you feel like that's the reason why Klopp left? Klopp left because of that. He couldn't really, or
no, he's tired. He wanted a break.
He just tired. Okay.
I believe he wanted a break, and then he had some friction with some of his players. Him and Mohamed Salah stopped. They weren't seeing eye to eye. So he had friction with him because he changed up things a little bit, and you got to change with the times. So I look. Liverpool is one of the organizations that I have mad respect for. I love the way Liverpool does business. Liverpool is not making any announcements anywhere. They're not talking about, oh, we're going after this player, or we're going after that player. Liverpool is like, we're done. That's it. You'll wake up tomorrow and Liverpool has signed a new player. It's just like the Cavani. I didn't even know about that because Liverpool don't make noise. Liverpool does not make noise. And the thing about Chelsea is like, our owners are just like, I'm sorry I keep going back to Chelsea, but the owners just keep putting too much, put too much things out there. So there's no traction in anything they put out there because they keep doing this. Oh, we like this player. We like that player. Shut the fuck up and sign a player. Like the Neto deal, Pedro Neto.
Right.
That was awesome. I like the way that went down. Nobody knew anything about that deal. All of a sudden, one day, like, done.
Where's he from?
Fabrizio comes on. Done. He's Portuguese. He played for Portugal in the Euros. He's nasty. He's nasty.
On what club? What club?
But he's nasty. He came from Wolverhampton Wanderers. He came from the Wolves.
Oh yeah, I remember him. I remember him now. That boy is nasty.
I believe he was either wearing number 7 or number 22 for Wolverhampton Wanderers. One of the two.
Nah, he's a problem. He's a problem. I know about him. I do know who that is. Yeah. That was good. Going back to the World Cup, and teams that you want to keep an eye out on. Africa, what teams for Africa gonna have a say so, and what teams you looking forward to? Because this week one, we just scraping the surface. The season is just beginning. We're looking to the future. What you expect out of what's your expectation from Africa? As far as national teams moving forward, nothing. Okay.
Nothing because with African soccer they play too much politics. So you don't always have the best players on the team. You don't always have the right coach. Nigeria has this tendency of just hiring foreign coaches from nowhere. I'm like, dude, who's this guy? Don't know this guy. Was because he's a foreign coach. Because I hate to use the terminology because he's white, but that's what they do. The most successful African countries, right now, are the ones that hire former players that were successful with the team. Like look at Ghana. They had look at Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast had some other guy that was coaching the team, and they fired him during that African Nations Cup and brought somebody else in. Yeah, and he was a former player, and then won. Changed and won.
Yeah.
Hello. Look at Senegal. Look at Cameroon. They're building. The success is coming. It's coming for those clubs. For those countries. I would like to see Nigeria in there because I feel like Nigeria has some of the most talented players in Africa, but they're not being used properly. Their potentials are not being reached because they don't have the right coaches. It's like these coaches just come in and they're like, okay, who am I playing? Oh, play this guy, play that guy, play this guy, play that guy. Man, fuck that.
Facts.
It's iffy. It's iffy for me. I would prefer, for you to. I'm not saying don't hire foreign coaches. I'll give you an example. Like the coach that Qatar hired for the World Cup. Remember they beat Argentina in the World Cup. That guy's a journeyman because he's coached in Africa. He's coached on the women's side. He's a journeyman. He coaches anywhere. Anybody that needs a coach, I keep forgetting his name, but he's actually a good coach. But he's a situational coach. I wish he would find a place for him. I don't know. I think I would like to see him on the club level somewhere, but he's a situational coach. So I bring him up because you have to build a team on structure and discipline. And to me, the African teams, they don't have any discipline. Not all of them though, but most of them don't have any discipline, because you got these guys who are making millions of dollars in Europe. You bring him to come play for the country, but when you bring him in, you don't have proper transportation for him. You don't have proper hotels for him. You're not taking care of him like the team takes care of him, because there's so much corruption in Africa and the players are not motivated. I mean, there was a year where Obi Mikel, they used to play for Chelsea, he covered all the expenses for the team while they were playing in the tournament. And I'm like, what? First of all,
he made a controversial comment. He made a controversial comment not too long ago. I gotta find that one. Do you hear about the comment that he made about like I actually agree. I gotta find it. Obi Mikel, right? He made a comment about something. I have to find it now. Hold on. How do you spell his name again?
OBI. Mikel.
Yeah. So I hope I didn't cut you off, but it's I had another question about like countries taking care of the hotel fees and taking care of these players who come from big clubs. The same thing is going on in Jamaica with Leon Bailey. Leon Bailey quit the Jamaica team for that last tournament because of some of those reasons. Well, they actually took him off the team, and then he said he's going to lead the team. And they ended up firing the coach, and then they brought in Manchester United's coach. So I don't know if that's going to change his stance. But how do you feel? And that also seemed to play a thing in the Olympics too with some of the sprinters. How do you feel about some of these stars getting the star treatment? I think I know how you feel about it, but I'm asking again, getting the star treatment as opposed to getting the team treatment. You know what I'm saying? Because should you pacify? I know you're gonna say pacify.
I mean, the truth of the situation is like all these countries, third world countries, right? I mean, I hate to put them down as third world countries, but what they do is whatever budget they have for these teams, whoever's in charge pockets the money. So that's the problem they have. They pocket the money. They don't allocate the funds correctly. They do the same thing with the Olympic athletes. There was a lady that was running for Nigeria during this Olympics. She was supposed to compete in the 100 and the 200, but because Nigeria didn't, and she went to school here. I think she went to I want to say she went to LSU or something. So she went to school here in the States, and the Nigerian Federation didn't pay for her to take a drug test. So she wasn't able to take a drug test, and because she didn't take it on time, she missed qualification for the 100 meters. Is that the Nigerian girl? I'm sorry?
Is that the Nigerian girl? Because I heard it was a lot of craziness going on with the Nigerian track team as well, not supporting their players. Yeah.
It's like when you go for Olympics, for example, they provide the city provides accommodation for the athletes. Because I remember the Olympics here that was in Georgia in '96. Damn, I'm showing my age. During the Olympics, the athletes stayed at what is now the Georgia Tech dorms, right there off of the highway of the North Avenue. You can see it right up the highway. So that was the Olympic Village. So the athletes stayed there. That was provided for them. Now, certain athletes stayed in hotels. Like the U.S. athletes stayed in a hotel. They didn't stay there. But they make provisions for other countries, because it's a lot, it's a lot to put up. If you brought 50 to about average average athletes people bring, it's like 40 to 50, depending on the country. How you gonna house 40 to 50 people? So sometimes the IOC, which is the International Olympic Committee, they provide housing for those athletes. So it's when it comes to the third world countries and these competitions, they don't look at it as an opportunity for them to display themselves and show the world that their country is a nice place. They look at it as an opportunity for them to pocket money. Like there was a time when Cuban athletes, whenever they would go to any of these competitions, they would defect. I don't know if you knew about that. So, for example, like during the Olympics in '96, there were like 3 or 4 Cuban athletes that defected. They pretty much ran away and went to the U.S. government and said, "Hey, we need help. We're defecting." So they don't put the athletes in a position to be comfortable. And it's a shame. It's a shame. Yeah. I don't want to say too much about it because when I start thinking about it, it's just sad because we could do better for our athletes.
So piggybacking off what you just said, I found one of the Obi Mikel's comments just regarding the whole players playing for Africa and just where Africa's going. Soccer and as far as soccer is concerned, let me go ahead and play it real quick. Where is it at? Well, come on, I can't pull this thing up. Let me get this right. All right, here it is.
Their African root. Yeah. And we've held meetings with these kids, with their parents. And said, listen, you are from Nigeria. Your dad is Nigerian. Your mom is Nigerian.
Yeah, okay.
Why do you present your fatherland? I've talked so much about.
All right, let me know you're ready.
No, play it. I'm listening. I'm just going to be off camera for a second.
Oh, okay. My bad. All right, for sure.
I've talked so much about players not representing their African root. Yeah. And we've held meetings with these kids, with their parents, and said, listen, you're from Nigeria. Your dad is Nigerian. Your mom is Nigerian. Why didn't your fatherland, Nigeria? We want to play for England, France, whatever it is. Yeah. And then they wait. Yes. And then they keep waiting and keep waiting. Yeah. And when they get to 25, 26, and they don't get a call up from England, then they call Nigeria. We shouldn't be treated as second options. We are not second options. You should be proud of your African roots. You should be proud to represent your African country. I want the best players to play in Africa. So you have to make a decision and stand by it. Decide and play for it. Stick to it. Sit and wait. If you don't get a call up, you don't get a call up. But don't wait until 29, 30, you've passed your best, whatever it is. Then you're, Nigerian FA, I'm ready to play for you now. No, fuck off, mate.
I seen that. And that's something that I wanted to share, man. So yeah, but at the same token, I know why they're doing that. And it goes back to everything that you were saying as far as like the pocketing money, the commingling of funds. It's not being put in the right place, but it's like you can't have your cake and eat it too. You know what I'm saying? So it's rough, man. It's rough. It's rough for the African continent when it comes to like moving forward with soccer, man. You on mute though. I don't know if you saying anything.
Yeah,
You was on mute.
I was on mute. Yeah, I wasn't saying anything. I had to take a potty break. But
okay.
Yeah. So I mean, that nigga said, "Fuck off." But he's,
Hey.
I mean, okay, he's right about that part. You know, like, yeah, I mean, come on now. If you're going, you know, don't wait that long. You know, come play for Nigeria. But at the same time, you know, I mean, what he's saying is true. But at the same time, when they show up, they don't get any preparation treatment. They don't get treated right. So why should I come play for you? You know, like, why should I come play for you? You know. So it's like, I mean, it's like Mbappe, for example. Mbappe wanted to play for. His father was trying to get him to play for Cameroon, but the Cameroonians wanted him to pay. They wanted him to pay money to them so that he can play for Cameroon. Like, wait, you want me to pay you money so that my son can play for you? I mean, come on now.
Wow.
Come on now.
Wow.
Like, what are you?
Lowest of the low.
What are you smoking? Like, what are you smoking? Like, what are you smoking?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the whole idea is I'm playing for my country. I'm playing with pride. I'm playing with, you know, for my country with pride. But you want me to come pay you so that I can play for my country. And that's why they took him to France. You know, and he's never looked back since. I don't blame him. You blame him?
And I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. They tripping. It's wild out here.
They for sure tripping. I mean, that's for damn sure. I mean, shit. Why would I come play for you? I mean, for what? Oh, fuck off. Just like Obi Mikel said.
I did see. So France happened to play Argentina in the Olympics. That game was looking intense. I didn't see the game, but I seen the highlights. Speaking,
and France won that game too.
Yeah, it made. I don't know. Talking about that just made me think about the whole bus situation. France was very aware of that. Yeah, I knew I had seen something. I just forgot though. But yeah, man, this I think today has been a good show, man. We got. You want to give a rundown on the games on the La Liga and Serie A and Bundesliga games, or you want to just wait till that season kind of starts so we can see what direction they're headed in?
I mean, we can talk about that when they're about. I mean, we can talk about La Liga briefly though. You know.
Yeah.
Because I like what's going on over there with the La Liga.
It looked like Nico Williams is staying, man.
Well, no, he came out the other day and they said he might be going to Barcelona, man. I keep trying to figure out where.
Oh, he came out and said something. Okay, because I seen him.
Yeah, look it up. Look it up, sir.
Yeah, because I seen a video with Nico Williams. I seen a video with him printing out his T-shirt, looking like he was staying put. Intently enough.
Nah, Nico's trying to move. Nico's trying to move, bro.
He trying to go get that bag.
Nico has come out. Nico just came out recently and said that he wants to go to Barcelona. You know, because Dani Olmo's in Barcelona.
Yeah.
Dani Olmo just left. He left Leipzig and went to Barcelona. And Lamine Yamal, they have a great relationship and they play well together, even though they play on opposite sides of the wing. But they have a great relationship and camaraderie on that team. And it looks like that's where it looks like they want to make some noise. You know, so I'm still trying to figure out how Barcelona is getting all the money that they're spending. My brother called it though. My brother called it because my brother's a big Barcelona fan. I mean, shit. I mean, this nigga. You know, I mean, I'm big on Barcelona too. You know.
Yeah.
But you know, it's just.
When did he call Nico Williams to Barcelona? Like way before the Euro, like way in the season. He definitely had a vision. Definitely. So I definitely know what I'm gonna do for next week's show. I mean, next week's show is gonna fall right into our lap because of the games and everything. But I'm gonna have the news on deck. I'm gonna have the news ready, and we're gonna be fully loaded up in here.
Yeah, I say
we was already. I think we was.
I say Monday or Tuesday. Let's do something Monday or Tuesday. I think Tuesday.
Yeah, for sure. Because I just got to look at my schedule, but it's definitely gonna be every week, probably once or twice, and yeah, we gonna get it popping, bro. I'm gonna be saving everything. I'm gonna have a whole folder of news. We won't even talk to the next show. I'll probably send you something if it like catches me off guard or it's crazy. We'll probably talk about it in between, but yeah. I'm liking this. We back.
Yeah, we back, man. What's the latest on the NFL? What's going on in the NFL these days? Because I know it's preseason now.
Yeah, it's preseason. I haven't really been looking, man. Like I know that I just try to keep my eyes on the Falcons. I know that they just played the Dolphins in Miami. I think it's preseason. It just started. Preseason just started. So yeah, it's
okay.
They're just getting underway, but I'll try to keep my eye on it. I just downloaded that app you gave me, the score. So I favorited all my Atlanta teams, and I got my soccer notes ready. So I'll definitely be a little bit more precise with it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So who do you?
Go ahead. What in football?
Yeah.
In the NFL, I'm always rocking with Atlanta. I'm always rocking with Atlanta teams. Like I'm not as invested in the sports as I once was. You know, I'm rocking with you on this because me and you, we could talk about it. We can have an all around discussion about it without getting caught up with who's this and who's that and arguing. It's just like an open minded discussion, but. When it comes to sports in America, I'm just representing Atlanta at this point. You know what I'm saying? Win, lose, draw, and that's how I look at it. Because Vegas runs sports, man. I try not to get caught up in the dibble dabbles, but I know my history. I know my sports history. You know what I'm saying? So I can talk about it.
How do you feel about Brandon Ayuk possibly going to the Steelers?
Man, the Steelers sound like they're trying to win the championship. They got Russell Wilson, they got Justin Fields. Now they about to have Ayuk. Who else? Damn, like Ayuk he came from the 49ers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. If you get Russell Wilson out there, West Coast offense type wave. Man, the Steelers they going hard, man. They going really hard. It's bullish. It's bullish. I got to go holler at my people when I get back to work because I work with some big Steelers fans, so they gonna definitely fill me in on what's going on. But the Steelers look good right now.
Yeah, I mean they've got the longest tenured coach in the league.
They got Pickens too. They got Pickens. They got that receiver from Georgia, George Pickens.
Yep.
And yeah, so that they looking lit.
They also had that they also have what's his name this year? From former Seattle quarterback. What's his name?
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson. There you go.
Yeah, and Justin Fields. That's what I'm saying. They got him and Justin Fields. So they got a two-headed quarterback system. They bringing in Brandon Ayuk. They got George Pickens. Like damn. I'm not even on it like that. Who else the fuck they got? They got a squad.
I mean,
on the offense side, they get it.
I keep forgetting the coach's name. The black guy that coaches the Steelers.
Oh, what's my boy name again? Damn, it's at the tip of my tongue too.
I love that guy. He's
Don't look for it yet. I'm supposed to know this shit. Right here, man. Damn. What's my boy name?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I can't.
I got it now too, though. I got it now.
Yeah. Go ahead, man. I'm. That's how you know I haven't been watching it in a while.
Coach Tomlin.
Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin. Yeah, he's a great coach.
Mike Tomlin.
Shout out to Mike Tomlin. His long as tenure. I wish nothing but him. You know, but he's got a character to deal with, man. He's got a character because Russell Wilson, man. All the reports I've heard from him about former teammates in the news, man. That boy hell, man. That boy hell. I mean,
what's going on with Russell Wilson? What happened? What you do now?
I mean, he was not a great teammate, man.
You
know, and since we were talking about Atlanta, let's go back and talk about Atlanta. I want to start something controversial here in Atlanta because I'm pissed off that they gave boy all that money.
Who, Kirk Cousins?
Yeah, they gave too much money. Come on, dog.
Too much money. And then
we have a tradition of getting players that are on their way out and bringing them to Atlanta. Why can't we do it? I mean, we've got a good running back. We've got a good receiver. We got a good tight end. Let's build on our defense. Let's focus on we did pick a good quarterback in the draft. I give them that. But if we were gonna do that, why Kirk Cousins? You want to win now? I mean, Kirk Cousins will get us some wins, but then he's coming off an ACL injury, right? And you felt that comfortable to give him all that money coming off an ACL? Come on, man. I don't know what
Atlanta
thinking.
Atlanta teams got a huge identity problem. Like they try to cater to the wrong demographic. Atlanta is a black city. It's an historically black city. When you look back at the Atlanta Falcons and when we was on our high horse, who did we have? Who was our quarterback? Like after the first Super Bowl, like Atlanta tends to stray away. We don't even got to say his name. Atlanta tends to stray away from what got him here, like because of something that possibly happened that made us look bad. But if you look at the whole city of Atlanta, we took a whole left turn. We went in a direction that we wasn't supposed to go in, and it's like the sports teams are doing the same thing. Like you got a history in Atlanta. I hear you speak on the Olympics. You know what I'm talking about. We historically we do it wrong. But the reason that I'm Atlanta everything is because of that Super Bowl. I felt bad for Atlanta. That Super Bowl that we had against the Patriots, I felt so bad for Atlanta. The city was quiet, and I know we all know what's up with that game. We all know that game has some serious implications of being rigged, and we can speak on that later. But I felt bad for Atlanta, and I'm like, man, you know what? I'm gonna ride with Atlanta. I've been here too long, but it's like things like this with the Kirk Cousins and. Certain. We even gave up DeJounte Murray from the Hawks. That pissed me off. That pissed me off. Come on, bro.
You just touched on a nerve when you brought up that Super Bowl. Okay, I was in Houston for that. Okay, boys. We went out there. We went out there with we had 4 Sprinter vans, 2 SUVs. We took all of Atlanta with us, baby. We was out there. With the bank. I mean, we was killing that whole event. Dude, we had that Atlanta team had one of the most potent offenses in NFL history.
All time.
We blew everybody out. We were up 28-3 after the first half.
The greatest, bro. The greatest, bro.
Everybody out. I mean, Julio was having 120, 150 games receiving yards, 2-3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Bruh, we blew everybody out. Okay?
Facts.
And then that happened. Come on, dog. And then right after that,
the city was horrible.
What happened? We had an offensive coordinator leave.
And he left, and he can't even win a Super Bowl. He can't win nothing either. Man, it's the NFL is crazy, bro. I think a can of worms is gonna open up this year on my thoughts on the NFL, because we're gonna see it. We're all gonna see it together. We're gonna cover everything. We're gonna talk about it a lot this year. We're just scratching the surface. But Atlanta, man, the Kirk Cousins thing, it was cool. Don't get me wrong, but too much money, way too much money. I think it was good to bring him in, because we needed that. We need somebody who's good, who's experienced, to open up the door for this rookie coming in. But way too much money, and we all know what that's about. I'm
gonna make a couple of predictions here, right?
We're
gonna see for the AFC Championship, we're gonna see Baltimore and the Chiefs duke it out. That's my prediction. Unless Justin Fields takes over the starting job mid-season from Russell. If Justin Fields takes over that starting job mid-season from Russell, I think we're going to see the Steelers and the Chiefs in the AFC Finals. And the NFC, I like the Eagles. I don't think my homeboy that's the Eagles fan is watching, but if he's watching, he's probably going to get overexcited because he's Eagles all the way. I believe with a healthy Hurt, because Hurt hasn't been healthy. Let's be honest. When Hurt is healthy, I think that team does better. He played Hurt last season. Didn't really tell anybody, but he was hurt a lot of last season. So I like them to come out. The Cowboys, all you perennial Cowboys fans, Cowboys ain't shit. They're gonna keep doing the same thing they do every year, getting everybody all riled up. All you Cowboys fans that are in your 40s and 50s, they've been following the Cowboys since the 90s. I hate to break it to you, the Cowboys ain't doing shit until Jerry Jones.
I think Atlanta gonna do well.
Jerry Jones needs to take a back seat. You heard it here first. Jerry Jones needs to take his rich ass and go sit down somewhere and calm the fuck down. Let somebody else run the team.
Yeah.
You know, you own the team. You don't have to run the team, sir. You know, go sit your ass down, go drink some liquor or something, or smoke you a big stogie and enjoy yourself with your rich ass. Let somebody else run the team. The Cowboys ain't doing shit under your tutelage, sir. You know? And this is where I talk about people running the team without allowing the coach the team. That's your problem there.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
As far as the NFC is concerned, I mean, who am I looking at in the NFC? I'm always pick the Falcons. I mean, that's my peeps, you know? I mean...
I'm rocking with Atlanta.
I don't know.
I think Atlanta gonna do well.
Calm down, brother. You know, calm down. You know.
Hey, we might do well in the regular season because we have a regular season quarterback that hasn't won shit in the postseason. That's facts. He hasn't won shit in the postseason. It's fact.
There's always New Orleans. New Orleans, you know, they, wishy-washy. One day they do their thing, the other day they don't. But I like the Eagles out of the NFC. For me, the AFC is playing the best ball in the league right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
AFC is where it's at for me. The Giants ain't shit. The Cowboys ain't shit.
Right.
The Arizona Cardinals ain't shit. I mean, I can keep going.
I'm trying to think of who's nice. You got Green Bay. Green Bay might.
Yeah, I mean, they got Love. Love looks like he might make some noise. You know, I think they do this contract or something. You know, but the AFC is where it's at for me. I mean, I'm gonna definitely rock with my boys. You know, my Dirty Birds all day. But you know, it's just facts. You know, that they lacking. They lacking. The Baltimore defense. That defense. The Chiefs defense.
The quarterback. Lamar Jackson.
Mahomes? Yeah, my homie, he's good. You know, my homie's good. He got this. He's probably gonna rock it again. You know, he's gonna make Tom Brady numbers look like a joke. I'm envisioning that for him. because he's already got 3 rings. You feel me? He's coming for the crown. He's gonna be the GOAT.
Are we gonna see a lot of Taylor Swift this season?
Oh hell!
Are we gonna get a lot of Taylor Swift this season?
Maybe. You know, maybe we get a lot of Taylor. I mean, you know, the NFL and their marketing. You know, nobody markets like the NFL. I'm just gonna keep it 100. You know, the NFL markets like nobody. They technically have one of the best leagues in the world. You know, let's just call it what it is.
Yeah.
You know, their marketing strategy is untouched by anybody.
It's entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
It's entertainment.
So
as
far as that's concerned for me, I guess we're gonna touch on that on another day. You know. But I guess when the season gets closer, we can do an NFL show. I'm hoping I can get, you know, my quote unquote person to come on one of these days, you know, because he has a lot of insight into the NFL. I would definitely like his opinion on teams and the structure, you know, as a former player, you know, that would be nice to get him on the show. So I'm about to start
locking in.
I'm gonna keep talking to him.
I'm about to start locking in on my NFL. I got you. I know NFL and I know NBA. I just haven't really been locked in. I'm about to start tapping in so we could really spin the block on all of these joints.
Whoa. We were about to leave this and not even talk about the US gold winning basketball team. Let's talk about them boys.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about
yeah.
Let's give them their kudos for
Of course. You know,
shutting down Mr. Joker, who's like, you know, the MVP of the league right now.
Yeah.
And they shut him down. They shut down. You know, they shut down the team. Kudos to them. Kudos to Steph Curry too, because man, as long as of a career that he's had and never been able to play in the Olympics because of his injuries, for him to show out, he showed out. Kudos to you, my brother.
Yeah.
I mean,
shout out.
Man, that man, one of the best 3-pointers of all time. Shooters. I mean, that boy can he can shoot a 3 from his back, laying down on the floor. That's how good he is. I got to give him his props. And shout out to LeBron James, Mr. LeBron. My name is LeBron James. Shout out to him too. You know, the old man on the team. We see them hair plugs is wearing out a little bit, bro. You need to go back to you go to Turkey or where they go down these days to go fix that thing. Yeah.
China, Beijing.
I hope you book the trip somewhere to go get a filling on that, you know. Or you know what, just shave that shit off, bro. Shave it off, bro. Yeah. It
might not go well. It might not go well.
Just shave it off.
So when you talk about USA basketball, like for years, man, USA is the home of basketball. You know,
Sorry, but shout out to KD too.
Oh yeah, Kevin Durant.
Yeah, he showed out.
Come on, bro. Like, so I want to say something, man, because this shouldn't be like a lot is made of the Luka Doncic's, the what is his name from Serbia, Jokic, Steve Nash, Dirt Nowitzki, all of these international superstars, and yeah, kudos to them. But when you talk about the hub and home of basketball, come on, man, it's been right here for years. We got the best skilled players. We got the best all around players. We got the best. I'm not gonna say the best shooter. We have the best players in the world. So you know, it should never come to a surprise as US winning the gold. Like, it's a good look. Shout out to the US. It should have been some. It's arguable that Jaylen Brown should have been on that team. Certain players should have been on the team that was better, but you know, they still came out and won. So you know, like US has the best team.
The competition. I'm sorry, I mean to cut you off, but the competition is stiff now.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, when they started the Dream Team, you know, there were no NBA players on other teams. You know, like for example, you've got Giannis playing for Greece. You know, you got Joker with Serbia. You've got Doncic. I don't even know what country he plays for, but you've got all these guys that play for other countries.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like the competition is stiff. You know, it's not.
The gap is getting tight.
Yeah. And by
the gap.
Yeah, and by 2028, it's going to be tighter. You know.
So the gap is tightening. I do agree. The gap is tightening. I do agree. But that's going to be up to the USA Federation to pick the right players because we still got players. It's like England. It's like looking at England. Now, strategy wise and management wise, you're gonna have to get those players in that are gonna be able to do the job. Like because I still feel like when it comes to having heart, that's what separates the USA players. Like that heart and that toughness. You do have some European players though that have heart and have toughness, and their skill set is different. So because I was seeing some players from Serbia that was like Bogdanovic for the Hawks. Shout out to him. He was coming with that heart. He was coming with that toughness, and that's what these players are gonna pick up off. They're gonna pick up off that USA energy, and they're gonna take it because we got the blueprint. So now they're gonna take our blueprint, and now it's all because I don't know if you've seen the Sudanese. And they played a preseason game against US and almost beat them. they almost beat US in that preseason game, and they were coming with and their coach was Royal Ivy. Royal Ivy was a former Atlanta Hawk. He used to play for the Hawks, and then I forget who the other guy was. But you got to look out for those international coaches that come from US because they're gonna know how to coach.
Luol Deng. Luol Deng.
Luol Deng. Yeah, Luol Deng, and who played for Duke. So those guys too, it's now it's going to be like studying your opponent and more so matching that intensity. You got to match that intensity now because US has been having that heart, that toughness, and that skill for years now. Other countries are getting it. I agree with everything you're saying. Like the gap is definitely shortening, and when they figure it out, it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough for US. It's going to be really tough. So I definitely agree with that.
Yep. I mean, one thing that you got to pay attention to is like, for example, Joel Embiid. He could have been playing for Cameroon. Adebayo. He could have been playing for Nigeria.
Yeah.
Yes. People don't know that.
Yeah.
You know. But, so just like Olajuwon played for the US too. So these it's coming to
and
players like that are gonna.
He was supposed to play for France.
Who?
Embiid was supposed to play for France this year. That's why he was born.
Or Cameroon. He had the option of playing for France, Cameroon, or even I mean, of course, to play for the US. But he had the option of playing for those other countries as well. I mean, and rumors actually has it that he said that he might want to play for Cameroon at the next Olympics.
Oh wow!
I don't know if that's possible. Yeah, I don't know if that's possible, but because typically. I know in soccer, if you play for a country's senior team, you can't play for any other senior team. But for example, like let's say Jesse, for example, your boy Jesse decides to play for Jamaica when he's in under 15, I mean under 17, under 18, under 21, you know, and after that he decides he wants to play for the US. He can because he played for the younger team. But if he plays for the older team, he can't play for the U.S. You know, that type deal. You know. So I don't know how it works in basketball, you know, but I know that for soccer, that's how it works for sure.
So there were a few things that I wanted to bring up. I don't know if you had time or you wanted to go, but there's a few things in the music industry I wanted to bring up. We could probably do that for next show. It was tying into with the mothers.
Go ahead. You did talk about that earlier. Bring that up. Let's talk about it.
So, are you familiar with that P Square situation?
I am not.
Okay. Well, you know, I'm pretty sure you know that the Nigerian artists. So the mom. It's a huge thing in in Africa for the mom to, you know, to say, hey, to sign off on the marriage, to be like, hey, give you consent to marry off or whatever. So the reason for their breakup or whatever, it had the mom had a huge role to play in it. They basically the brother, you know, they P Square is twins, of course. What is his name? Rude Boy and Mr. P or whatever. And their brother is like the manager of the group. So they said Mr. P had met his wife to that who he's with now throughout the whole thing, and the mom wasn't for the marriage. So he never got married to the girl until the mom passed away. So, you know, they became successful in everything, and they say that the family was being rude to, like, over the years was being like rude and unfair to the wife and unfair to him, and that played a whole role in like their breakup. So when I heard you speak on the mom situation, I thought that you was kind of familiar with what happened with their breakup. So like with the mom playing a stronghold and everything is a serious thing, and now like they're, you know, I guess both sides are like stating, you know, what really happened and all of that, and it's, you know, because they've been broken up for like almost, I think, for a few years now. You haven't really heard no music from them, so I kind of just wanted to bring it to the forefront to kind of get your thoughts on it. And then I also had a question about something else in regards to like Afro beats and the statement that was made about Afro beats.
Okay.
Yeah. So I didn't know
I'm
if you
not
was
too
familiar with that.
I'm not too familiar with whatever they got going on. You know, so P Square is Peter and Paul. They actually, I know one, or if not both of them, live in Atlanta, to be actually precise. I don't know what's going on with that situation.
Yeah.
You'll have to enlighten me a little bit.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And then I think the reason that the mom didn't consent of the marriage is because of the two different tribe, the Igbo and Yoruba thing. One of them, when the mom was a pastor and she wasn't.
It's always been that's always been an issue, but you know,
Yeah.
for those of us that have moved over to the States and live in a different generation in time, we don't let that shit bother us. You know, like, you know, what our parents did. You know, I mean, that's still one of the issues in Africa right now till today. Tribalism, you know. That's a lot of our problems in Africa are caused by tribalism, because you can't associate with somebody from a different tribe because of yada 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 yada, you know. And it's sad to see. You can't help but
most definitely
love who you can't help but love who you love, you know. Tribe or no tribe, black, white, purple, pink, whatever the fuck color you want to fucking call it, you know. So you can't help but love who you love.
Right.
So at the end of the day, that's just sheer ignorance. It's just sheer ignorance.
Right.
Sometimes it behooves you as a person or as a man to be yoked with somebody that at least shares some of your culture and your traditions and your beliefs. Yes. Like, for example, you can't be a Christian and you go marry a Muslim. That's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Especially if one person is not willing to convert.
Yeah.
You know. So
right.
So at the end of the day, my thoughts on the situation is, who gives a fuck? You know, if you guys have the same beliefs, if you have the same goals, and if you have the same structure, who gives a fuck? You know, do what you do. I mean, I'm not marrying my mother or my father. You know, thank you for your input. I'm disappointed that you don't like who I've chosen to spend the rest of my life with. But at the end of the day, it's still my choice. What happens in my house happens in my house. It's not your house. Now, if I was getting married and living in your house, that's different. That's how our culture used to be that back in the day. You would bring your wife and all of you would live in your parents' house. But now that's different. So thank God for the difference in life. Thank God for the difference in maturity. So, deuces with the whole bullshit on that one. I'm out on that one. I believe that you cannot pick and choose who your child ends up with.
Right.
I have daughters. I don't want to see them come home with a knucklehead. But at the end of the day, if they love this knucklehead and this knucklehead respects them and takes care of them, who the fuck am I? To say anything about it. That's your life.
Right.
Don't come running to me when shit hits the fan. Right. I mean,
don't do that.
being that they are my kids, if shit hits the fan, of course I'm gonna still be there for them. And I'm not gonna tell them, hey, I don't like this guy. I'm just gonna say, what do you like about this guy? Why do you want to marry this guy or this girl? They present a good argument as to why they want to be with this person. Fine by me. You have my blessing. They come crying when shit hits the fan. I'm gonna just be like, okay. I kind of saw this coming, but I just wanted you to live your life. And as a parent, you're a father too.
Yeah, you got it.
You gotta let them make the mistakes that they need to make in life for them to be stronger in life, for them to grow and become better in life. That's what I would say to anybody. So if Peter or Paul or whoever it is was waiting for the death of his mother to marry somebody, I think that's stupid. I think I think you should have just gone with whatever you wanted to go with. I get it that you want to honor your parents or honor your mother, but at the same time, they don't have to live with you. The woman has to live with you. And me as a woman, if me as a woman, I mean, I'm speaking from a female's perspective at this point. If as a woman, you're with a man that didn't want to pull the trigger because of his parents or mother, then he's not for you. He's not for you. These are grown ass men. Peter and Paul are no kids, so I don't know which one.
And what's great?
Go ahead.
And what's crazy about it is that the man, I think Peter, he's still with the girl, and I think that what's the name? It's just the irony of the situation, because this could happen to anybody. Peter is still with his wife, and Paul, he married into his tribe, and he already divorced, and then he went with somebody else. So it's just a lot swirling around it, and then see, I thought you would have been a little bit knowledgeable about it, being that you from there, and I know that you probably listen to the music. I didn't know. I just assumed, but it's just the fact that he was saying he wrote some songs he wasn't being considered. So you know me being married to an African, I hear some of the stories. I'm a musician. I try to listen to everything that's going on in the industry because it all has similarities. And being a musician and me being a student of the game, I like to hear these stories because the industry is cutthroat. There's so many stories and layers behind everything, and I like to discuss it just to get insight with people. So I thought, but it's okay because that you don't know much about it, because shit, you just don't. You might be interested in another type of music, and that's cool. But I kind of assumed that you would have been knowledgeable about it, but you wasn't. But I just was trying to get some perspective, and I did get some perspective, because that tribalism thing is unfair. It's unfair. You know what I'm saying? Like who are you to dictate? Who are you to dictate who I'm with, and who are you to make a choice for me? Like, at the end of the day, I'm my own person. You're your own person. It's okay for you to have your perspective and your outlook, but at the end of the day, nobody gives a damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna keep doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the evolution with the generations, because the younger generation and the older generation is different. Like, we're more rebellious. We're gonna stand on a different principle than you are. We're gonna stand on some different shit than you are, and it's okay, because you can learn from it, because we've already learned from you. So trust me, I agree wholeheartedly with everything that you just said. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to. That's why I kind of wanted to get your perspective. I agree with everything you said. You know what I'm saying? Me and my wife, we had this discussion all the time because we watch certain movies, we listen to certain music, and we gain an understanding through one another when we talk about those things. So yeah, for sure, it's 100. It's 100 in that regard.
Communication is key, sir. Communication is key.
Facts.
So
Oh yeah. If you want to make a close, go ahead and make a closing statement on that one. I got another one for you. I got another topic for you. I'm pretty sure you're gonna have something to say about this one, even though you just had something. Go ahead. Did you want to close out?
No, I said what I said. I said what I said. The tribalism was the cause of that, and it's a shame that in 2024 we're still talking about that shit. So I'm good on that topic. Let's give me the next one.
Facts. So Busha Banton, I'm not sure if you heard about Busha Banton. He had some criticisms about Afro beats and in this relation to reggae. And I want to play the video, and then I want to share my thoughts first because I want to set the tone for this discussion because I've been having this discussion for a minute with my wife and like my discrepancies with Afrobeats when it comes to reggae and dancehall and everything. But I'm gonna go ahead and play Busha Banton's statement and then state my piece and then allow you to state yours. All right, so let me go ahead and get it going real quick.
Cue that up, sir. I'm listening. I'll be off of camera for a second, but I'm listening.
Hell yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay, yes, please. I'm in.
Tell me one Afrobeat song that can uplift us. Uplift us.
Hold on.
Okay, yes, please. I'm in.
Tell me one Afrobeat song that can uplift us. Uplift us because Kenya is suffering. The young men of Kenya are revolting. South Africa is on Sudan, South Sudan, you name it. But which one of these songs can I relate to for a peace of mind to tell me that I'm in the struggle and we are going to be better in the struggle, and even though the struggle hard, we're going to overcome? Tell me.
You know what? So, I don't think I can.
Reggae music.
Right.
Listen. The multinationals seek the national resources of the land, like in the capital country of Jamaica, we're rich in bauxite.
Right.
Now, there's certain companies like Naran and certain Russian companies who have been taking this bauxite for over 70 years, and they will destroy your school just to take the bauxite under the school. But there's no payment given to the community, nor the chief, nor the council of the indigenous community. It's done through the government structure where these people are just totally alienated and their land is being pilfered. Like, it's crazy. So it's a new generation of young men rising up.
What's the two political parties in Jamaica?
I don't give a fuck about political parties.
Okay.
Hold on one second. I didn't pick the right video.
Okay.
I need to pick the right video. 1 second.
Okay.
Let me pick the right video.
Watching. You said something that was very interesting. So let me ask you, because I've been watching. You said something very interesting. You said Afro beats gives props back to reggae, to dancehall.
Do they?
I thought I heard you say that.
I don't think they do. No, I never said that. I said they don't give fucking props back to dancehall and reggae.
Oh, my bad. I heard it wrong.
Now you're really dyslexic.
Yeah. My bad. I thought I heard it the other way around. But then I heard you say, because I heard you say Afrobeats. I thought I heard you say that. The Afrobeats, pay homage.
The greatest musician out of Africa was Fela Kuti.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fela Kuti.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky Dube from South Africa. We had Salif Keita. We have Youssou N'Dour. We have Baba Mal. Now, no one wanted to go beyond the pale of what those brothers was doing. I went to Africa in 1991 and I spent like 3 weeks constantly at the universities, under baobab trees,
in Kenya, that's
educating people from Ghana, all over the continent about reggae music and dancehall. But I was happy when they came to their senses to realize that music is the bridge that's going to connect us. But what I was disappointed in, they didn't try to connect with Jamaica, the roots. They connect with everyone else except us.
And you talking about Afro beats?
Yes.
Okay, continue. Sorry.
So they connected with everyone else except us. But when we look at what they're doing, they're making free now.
I didn't know what to say.
Music need to free Africa. If I am all the way in Jamaica and my country and my people fight for free your continent with word, sound, and power, and you have the ability now, and all you're singing is fuckery. You don't sing a song to free Africa all now. We'll need them bringing this to the forefront of your mind, but we desire more from them. You want the money? Go get it. But what's going to be said about you later on and your posterity? You didn't impact. Oh, still stand predominant. It's still the King's music.
Yes. I can honestly say I wasn't ready.
Okay.
Hold on, the video's not done, but I want to say something. Like stop it there. We can finish watching the video after we interject. So Buju Banton made these statements, right? I came across these statements the other day. Me and Frida spoke on it, and for a minute I was agreeing with him because when I first met my wife, we were listening to a lot of Afro beats and things like that. A lot of guys. It was especially a lot of Ghanaian Afro beats. They were channeling dancehall. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I want to hear more. I said I want to hear more of the Ghanaians speaking their native tongue. And then Nigeria has its Afro beats, but in regards to the Afro beats and dancehall, I don't think in regards to Afro beats and reggae music, Afro beats is like its own genre. Afrobeats is its own genre, and I give credit to it, like it's doing its thing. But what Buju Banton fails to realize is he needs to worry about what's in his backyard, because me being a Jamaican, I'm a Jamaican. Both of my parents are Jamaican. My whole family's Jamaican, and I grew up on reggae and dancehall music. When you listen to the evolution of dancehall music and where it's gone to the gutter, to the pits, and it's trash. I don't even want to listen to it no more. So at first I was agreeing with Buju, but then I started to see the comments, and it brought me to my senses. Every time you hear Vybz Kartel has been in jail for the past 13 years. They just took him out of jail, and he's still the king of dancehall. And he's a great artist. He's one of the greatest of all time. But when you talk about Vybz Kartel's content, we talking about pussy, we talking about fuck, we talking about killing, we talking about murder, we talking about some of the worst content in music history, but they make good music out of it. So when Buju Banton make these statements, it's like, bro, what kind of weed are you smoking? Are you even realizing what you're saying? If anything, this Afrobeat that came through, it's kind of quelled. It's paying homage to dancehall and reggae in their own way. They don't have to say your names and do certain things and act like you and do certain things. I feel like, so when you listen to stuff that the remarks that Buju Banton made, you have this term called control opposition. This was a control opposition remark. I feel like either Buju Banton has a beef with somebody in Africa, or somebody told him to come out here and make this statement, because this has control opposition written all over it. It took this. He didn't think before he made this statement. He may have did his research, but he didn't even look in his backyard before he made this statement. And I totally disagree with what he said. Even though, well, I'm not gonna say totally. Even though he got some points, it's wrong. You putting black people, you pitting black people once against one another with the music, and that's where the control opposition come in. And I felt the need to share it with you, because we both coming from different places, and you come from an Afrobeat side of thing. I come from a from a Jamaican side of things, but I'm like deeply rooted in between both. You know what I'm saying? So I care to hear what you have to say about it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. First of all,
I know that was a lot.
That bumba clock boy can go sit his ass down somewhere. Okay, he's an idiot. The music today is different from the music in the past. The struggles of today are different from the struggles of the past. So I get where he's coming from, right? But the times are different. You know what I'm saying? Afrobeats is a music of celebration. Afrobeats is not music of struggle. So reggae has always been a music of struggle from jump.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like you said, it has taken a turn. It's not what it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So the time.
Well, it's dancehall. It's dancehall. It's dancehall that's took the turn. Reggae stayed, but it's dancehall that took the turn for the worse. But go ahead. I'm with you. I agree with you on everything. I just want.
Yeah.
It's the dancehall that took the turn. Yeah.
So times are different. So being that times are different. Oh shit! I'm on the clock here. Being that times are different means things are gonna be different. You know. So.
Yeah.
All that extra stuff, all that rah and all that stuff, it's a different ballgame, you know. So, I don't even know what to say. All I can say,
it's sad.
All I can say about that situation is sad. It's uncalled for. He needs to retract that statement. Because at the end of the day, we don't give a fuck. You know, Afrobeats. Fela was our guy. Fela talked about the struggle, right?
Yeah.
There is a struggle right now in Africa. There is a struggle in Nigeria, but it hasn't gotten to the point where. Let me put it to you this way: there is music right now that talks about the struggle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fela's son, his name is Femi Kuti. Femi Kuti still sings like his father. He talks about the political strife that Nigeria faces and most African countries face.
I got a question.
Music. Yeah, go ahead.
Does Fela Kuti's music fall under Afrobeat, or does it fall under a different genre?
To me, if I was to be honest with you, it doesn't fall under Afrobeats.
Okay, you know? so
go ahead.
Nah, so because I feel like Buju Banton was sent like he fucked everybody head up because Afrobeat is its own genre. It has nothing to do with reggae. I feel like he's lining up Afrobeat with reggae, and that's the worst thing that he could have ever done. If he was gonna do something, he should have lined up Afrobeat with dancehall. Then we can talk about the evolution of music, where music don't sound the same, and Afrobeat is the evolution of dancehall. You got some dancehall artists like Popcorn. Popcorn has came over to Nigeria. He's came over to Ghana. You got some dancehall artists who came over to the Afrobeat wave and have excelled. So if it was in Buju Banton's best interest, he should just come over to the Afrobeat wave, because Afrobeat and dancehall is in the same thing. So the reason I asked about Fela Kuti, it kind of makes our point here. He's not even an Afrobeat artist in your eyes, and you're Nigerian. When I spoke with Frida about this, my wife, you had high life music. You had high life music out of Ghana. I don't know if they had high life music in Nigeria, but that's like your reggae music. That was where they talked about the struggle, and they spoke for the people.
There you go.
So man, Buju Banton is one of my favorite reggae artists of all time, but it's like, bro, I don't know. He became a puppet because he came out of jail too. He came out of jail. Him and Vybz Kartel came out of jail for what reason? I don't know why they freed these people, because they did some. Because if me and you committed these crimes, nah, and I love them. If me and you committed these crimes, we'll be in jail for life. So however they got let out of jail, they got to be coming out on some puppet agenda, and it's like they're carrying out this puppet agenda, and it needs to be talked about. So on here on Let Me Speak, we're gonna speak on it, and I had to bring it to you just to get your point of view, just to learn from you, because I don't know everything about African music either, but I appreciate what I appreciate about the Afro beats is that it's a watered down, and I don't mean this in a bad way. It's a watered down dance hall to the point where they filtered out the vulgarity. Like dance hall is so vulgar, it's so violent,
it's very vulgar.
It's so violent. It's so uncalled for.
Watching videos online, you see how they're thrusting on the women and how they objectify the women. It's trash to me. I mean, I'm sorry.
It's horrible, bro.
I know a couple of people that they want to go to the reggae club and they want to sing all these songs, and it's vulgar to me. I don't. I mean, I used to like reggae clubs, but my problem with reggae clubs is you never hear a word of what anybody says. You can't even enjoy the music because whoever's DJing, half the time they're like, "Yo, Bucka, yeah, Bucka." Shut the fuck up so I can hear the music. That's my argument. But I mean, what do I know?
So no. And you make a valid point, and I'm not here to bash my culture, but bro, it's an issue, bro, and this right here is like hypocrisy and what is it? Contradiction at its finest. You had a chance to speak on what's going on in your nation, all the craziness that's going on in your nation and that's going on in your music, and you chose to speak on Afrobeats like this, and it got control opposition written all over it, and I just
because he's a dumbass. That's why he's a
dumbass. Yeah. It's bad.
He's a dumbass. I mean, of all the things that he should have talked about, this is what he decides to talk about. He's a dumbass. I'm sorry,
man.
I mean, what did he go to prison for again?
Cocaine. Cocaine
for being a dumbass. There you go. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Distribution of cocaine, and so it's bad, man. It's bad. I had to share it. Let me speaks. We're gonna speak on whatever, whether you guys like it or not. If you don't like it, you're welcome to come and speak on the mic, and let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. But we at this point we here to speak on common sense, and we want to keep everything, what I'm saying, fair. These are unfair. These are unfair statements to make. We trying to strengthen our community and strengthen what we got going on, and you can't do it with these type of things.
Common sense is not common, sir.
Facts, man.
Not common, because I mean, look at this idiot. What's it called? Buju Banton, goddamn ex-convict, opening his mouth talking about some shit that he don't know nothing about. Okay, you went to Africa. You spent 3 weeks in Africa. He had the audacity to say 3 weeks. Get the fuck out of here. There are people that have been living there their whole life. You spent 3 weeks in Africa, and that gave you the audacity or the expertise to comment on Afrobeats. And you want Afrobeats to pay homage to what? What? Afrobeats is Afrobeats. It's joyful. It's playful. It's not to me. I mean, like, I got friends that always want to go to the reggae clubs, and I'm sorry, I liked it before, and I dig the scene, but nowadays I'm just like, my ears hurt. Okay, they're just yelling and screaming.
Yeah.
I mean, what happened? What happened to the days of Lucky Dube? What happened to the days of Shaka Demus and Pliers? Those are the people I used to rock to. I mean, Bob Marley. I mean, God rest his soul, man. Come on, man.
Even Buju, though. You rock with Buju too, but with these comments, it's like, damn, I can't even listen to you no more. Buju Banton is a legend, bro. Like, we can't take that away from him. But these were some dumbass comments. It was dumbass comments. I can't even. The more you think about it, the more I think about it, is the more it's just like, come on, bro. Like, you embarrassing us, bro. You embarrassing us. You were all.
It's a big embarrassment. Trust me.
It's a big embarrassment. Yeah, man.
Big embarrassment.
So
Like, like make it
so
make sense, sir. You know,
yeah, man. So
make it
so
make
yeah,
sense.
man. I'm we gonna close out on this note, Walt. We gonna chop it up on the back end and see when we gonna bring this thing up. Looking forward to this weekend, week one, in the
Yes,
Premier League, and
sir.
we definitely gonna pull up next week. You got any closing
Yes, sir.
remarks? You got any closing statements before we get here?
Um, closing remarks. Let's see. Let's see. Closing remarks. The Olympics was great. Shout out to all the athletes that won some gold medals, bronze medals, silver medals. Shout out to any of the people that broke records. Um, there's only one controversy that I would like to talk about in the Olympics that disappointed me was with the female boxer that made a lot of people believe that she was a man, and it was unfortunate because it was the Russians that spread that rumor, and I feel sorry for her. I hope she's able to recover from the unfortunate things that were said about her. I for one was one of the people that believed the story. But it turns out that the story
Yeah.
was just something that the Russians spread because their boxer lost to her. So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. And the boxer that she was fighting that quit, you're a dumbass. You got beat by a boxer that's a female. You never received punches like that before. Sorry, sucks for you. Okay, you chose the sport of boxing instead of you to take it like a woman and take it to the chin. You decided to back out and start off this whole bullshit. So, besides that, I want to say thanks to all for listening today and watching today. We'll see you guys next week. My brother, it's been nice catching up with you as always. I mean, thank you for providing this platform.
You already
for us to be
know.
able to do this. You know what I mean? I look forward to more of these to come. And for those of you that's out there watching, please like and subscribe. Get us on the board. Get us on the books. Let's do this. We new to the game. And we're just speaking our minds. So don't be offended by anything that we have to say here. We are literally just speaking our minds. As you can see, I'm a fan of Chelsea. I rock it all day, every day. And I talk about my team. I'm passionate about my team. I'm passionate about sports. I'm passionate about most things, even politics. But choose not to touch politics on this episode. Well, that's for a different day and a different discussion. The last time I checked, I was looking at my ear, and I don't know if there was a cut on it somewhere. Supposedly there was a shards of glass or a bullet that went through it. Do you see the cut on my ear? Oh, okay, I guess not. Well, maybe we could look at.
Oh snap!
Cut on it.
All right, Trump.
But anyway,
All right, Trump. You trumping now?
I'm trying to make light of that situation, but at the end of the day, that little situation there, as much as I didn't want to touch it, I was very upset when I found out there was an attempt on his life. As much as I don't like him, I felt like the Secret Service dropped the ball.
Yeah.
But as the news is coming out and things are changing, the news on this thing is taking a turn for something. I don't know. I don't care. I just feel like I hope it wasn't something that was planned. A life was lost in the process of this situation. So I would not like to make a light of the situation. My condolences to the family that lost, a loved one. But at the end of the day, I think an investigation still needs to be done, and the truth needs to come out. That's how I feel. But this is where we are. And this is what we do. Yes, sir. On that note,
for sure.
I'm done with everything I have to say. So the floor is yours, my brother.
For sure. Just to piggyback off some of the things you were saying, shout out to the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? The Olympics, it disappointed me. I didn't.
Let me cut you off.
Yeah, do your thing.
Shout out to Santorini. Yeah, man. For your trip.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah. Shout out, yes, definitely. Shout out to Santorini. If you ain't been there, take your missus, That was my first time going to Europe, so you already know, man. It was a good look. It was a good look for me and my family, and shout out to you for showing acknowledging that. Happy birthday to my wife as well.
Yes, sir.
Just to speak on the Olympics, I was disappointed on the Olympics how the tone was set with the opening ceremonies. I don't know if you've seen those things. I think that should have been a thing we should have talked about. There were a lot of controversies going on. Little kids watching with and making mockery of certain religions and bringing in certain genders and things of that sort, and throwing off people and with the whole content and the direction where it was going. It was kind of misleading. If you let me tell it, I didn't watch it, but I heard about it and kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Just knowing some of the things that I know. But shout out to the U.S. Shout out to the U.S. Shout out to my parents' country as well with the competition. I did look at some of the track and field. I did look at some of the basketball, and I'm pleased to see goals were won from our country. You know what I'm saying? As far as the girl being a man, I caught wind of that too, and me being open-minded to the situation, I still don't know how to feel about it. I'm not gonna say anything about it. I'm just gonna let these stories tend to have a life of its own. So I'm gonna just see where it goes. Not gonna say I agree with everything you say, but I'm just gonna be open-minded to what's going on with that. And hopefully, because if we want to talk politics, Joe Biden has signed off for a lot of those things in this country. So it's like, you just got to be open-minded to it. As far as Trump is concerned, I do think that I knew it was fake. I feel like it's fake. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say that now. I feel like Trump was never shot. I feel like it was I feel like it's a lot of acting going on, a lot of actors that were present. And it just remains to be seen. We this is Lemi Speed's broadcast. We're gonna keep it going. But I love to piggyback. I love to piggyback on the things that you spoke on. And that's how I feel with my closing remarks. I'm happy to be back. Shout out to you and the fam. I hope everything's good, and I look forward to this whole season and just the future, man. Just us continuing our relationship and our bond and just keeping it 1,000 with one another, man. So those are my closing remarks, man. We're gonna get up out of here.
Let's go, you Blues. Let's go, you Blues.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we gonna keep it on the humble though. You already know you'll never walk alone. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Good season ahead. Great season ahead, man. I'm gonna catch you later, bro.
Y'all have a good week. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay blessed. Love. All right, my brother.
You already know. Blessings on blessings.
All love.
Whoa.
Blessings
You
on
already
blessings,
know.
brother. We out.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
out, brother. Yes, sir.
For sure.